Now's a good time for everybody to go ahead and log in to Twitch and follow us.
Live.
Come on, I wrote a scene.
Wrote a scene. I'm not sure that qualifies for
But
automatic inspiration.
you're right.
What journaling does?
All right. Welcome to another Thursday night with the most interesting D&D group. No, wait, we're not interesting. We are ordinary. The most ordinary D&D group on the prime material plane. This evening, we have... Am I the only one that hears this music playing?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a good thing that's not annoying. This evening, we're going to continue on our journey as the group works hard at trying to find the 9 keys that will open the Tomb of Annihilation and allow them to save the world.
We don't need 9. We only need 6 more.
6 more. Well, that's like 9.
Nah.
That's a lot like 9. So we have traveled long through the jungles of Chult and finally come upon the city of Omu, where we have spent some time. We've lost a friend along the way and gained a new one, or at least someone that we found along the way has gained more prominence into the party. That's fantastic. So, orders of business. Do we have any kind of orders of business at all that anybody needs to handle? I know it's been a really long time. We took a week off for family stuff. Took a week off for Gen Con. Me and young Gerald there got to have a great time at Gen Con, doing some DMing for Baldman Games group. It was really a lot of fun. I think that worked out really well. It was my first Gen Con. I think Gerald, first time?
No, I go every year, man.
Yeah, excellent. Yeah, so that ended up being a whole lot of fun. And so now we are going to get into this week's game, I guess. The last time, the party had saved a grung, a young grungling. He was the favored 180th son of a grung leader, a grung chieftain. And I know there was some talk of taking the grung back to where he belongs. I know that you guys are not far off from another shrine that is up on a giant pillar of rock, sitting in a lake of lava, of a magma.
Roy, we're not. I don't think we're transmitting the image.
Oh, we're not.
Whoa, technical. Uh-oh. Thank you. All right, I wonder what is... Hang on.
Well, while the DM's figuring that out, there was arguments between the party on whether we are resting before we bring the grung home. We're going to bring the grung home and rest when we get there.
No, we specifically.
Chris, you're super low.
Actually, that was a point of fighting last time right before we quit.
Oh, whether to rest or to bring him back.
Yes.
I see.
Bring him back and rest when we get there, where hopefully we would be surrounded by friendly, hopefully grung.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think that was the goal, right? That's what we settled on. Take him back to and rest near Nang Nang's temple.
So that was a debate. Did we rest or not? To my knowledge, we did not rest. We had stopped it at, hey, we're arguing whether we're going to rest, then bring him home, or go there and hopefully they will love us and bring him home.
We did not rest.
With them.
Okay, so we have not rested yet.
We have not rested.
Is that better, Roy?
Yes, that's better. We've not rested. So you're not going to rest until you get to the shrine of Nang Nang.
Sure.
That was the question.
Okay, well then, you tell me. I'm not going to tell you guys what to do. I'm all about player empowerment. I'm not about, making you guys do what you don't want to do.
Now, we solved the shrine right in front of us, correct?
That is correct. Or let's see, you guys are currently
We
Where?
got Wongo's Cube. We're right where Gray Petal's picture is. We got Wongo's Cube. We have. Come on. I know we have 3. Where's the third one? I see Kubazan's Cube. And we had a third one somewhere if I can find it.
Last session is the session where I summoned all the bears.
Yep.
Yeah, and so you were guys out where, that was Shigambi Shrine. It's where you guys are still currently.
Yes, and once we took the spears, we put them in, and the key appeared, and we took the key.
But I do not see the key in my inventory.
That's easy enough. All right, so we'll get 1 key for some inventory.
Unless I'm missing it.
No, it doesn't. We'll go ahead and give you the key.
Aren't you glad Gray Petal wasn't holding all the keys when she turned to stone?
Oh, poor Gray Petal. Well, that would have been pretty funny. Well, those keys are stone, so maybe that would have worked out okay. No, it is in there. It's already in there. You already have Shigambi's cube. It's in the party treasure sheet. Someone needs only to pick it up. Claim it as their own.
Then I shall grab a cube.
All right, 3 cubes down. 6 cubes to go. Where to, friends?
Identify it for me, please.
What?
Uh-oh. What's that called?
Off to Nang Nang's temple. Hope we don't get killed.
I'm fine.
Yep.
All right, so you guys are headed to Nang Nang's temple. So I don't think you guys have been there. You're not sure exactly where it is. The grung that you're with talks to you through Orvix, and he sort of points off to the northwest. He's and the Orvix translates that. It says he says that he and his family reside in the temple to the goddess. And it is on the other side of the round walled area. And he says, yes. He also says that the round walled area is dangerous, so we should have some care getting there. He recommends that we swim up through the flooded area.
Waxinare will not like that very much. Swim up
I
through
can
the
swim.
flooded area.
Okay, so wait, we're bypassing the circular area, you said, correct?
Oh man.
Can you put us
That's
a
all right.
marker where this temple is? Since
Which
apparently
temple?
Rum knows.
Well, he says from where you are. It's on the other side of the round wall of the walled area.
So let's go straight to the causeway and run north. Then head over to the other causeway and then get to Nang Nang's temple.
By swimming. He says swimming is much faster.
Not for us.
Orvix snickers a bit, but declines to translate that comment. Okay, so you guys can. What's that?
We should start walking then.
Yeah. All right. So you guys, this is an easy walk. You guys can head up the causeway, get there. You actually can head that way pretty easily. You'll head on up.
Are you saying we're moving on up? Moving on up.
And we're going downtown, don't forget.
But are we
Oh,
going
yeah.
to the east side?
I-
We are. We are going to the east side.
You guys are going straight to the 80s is where you're going. So you head up
Where's Electric Avenue?
you head up the causeway, and you eventually. Can you guys see my cool arrows?
You do not have any cool arrows.
Oh man! All right, I'll have to see how to make these.
At least not on my map.
Hey,
Aha.
look at that.
Hey,
All right, so you guys basically.
you just showed
Hey,
us
we get all the
DM
numbers.
map. Thanks.
Yeah.
What?
I don't think I don't think you should show us that map.
Oh wait,
bad.
I don't think that's a map you
that's
want
not
to show.
that's not what we're supposed to do. Oh man, hang on, wrong button. Avert the
Right, you know
eyes.
where they all are.
Avert the eyes.
Go for the eyes, boo. Go for the eyes.
Hang on, no problem. No problem. We'll just do that real quick. Easy breezy. Interesting. All right, well, I got to share the... oh, that's why. Because I am showing you the... I'm doing it on the wrong one. Oh. All these tricky maps. All right, excellent. Sorry. Yeah, so it turns out you take a couple weeks off. I'm like, oh, wait. How do I do this again? What am I doing? Hang on. Help me out. There we go. So you guys can. So you guys head up the causeway, and then you head to the east. As you cross the other causeway, you get to an area of the city that is badly flooded in. At first, you start wading just a little bit, and then you eventually get into waist deep water in most of this area. And this is the water that's coming in via a waterfall that's on the northeast side of town. This water sort of continually comes in through the city. So there's a very slight current where you are, sort of headed down to the south, but nothing that you can't easily walk against. You continue over until you arrive at a shrine, and the grung that you're with, he's just considerably happy, and he's sort of, not fully trusting you at first. He's sort of wondering, hey, what's going on a bit here? But as you continue on there, he seems to be more and more accepting that you actually are friends and actually are helping him. And as you get closer and closer to his home, he gets increasingly excited until you hear a hail, a grung hail, as you approach this. There's this shrine that sort of rises up out of the water. Monoliths adorned with prancing frog-like creatures rise from this swamp. Beyond them, there is this edifice. It's shaped like an arrowhead, sort of squatting in this muddy water. Bushes and trees grow from its roof, and at the pointed front of the building, steps ascend to a stone door caked in slime. As you guys are approaching this, you are hailed, and you see a couple of green-skinned grungs standing there, and they're yelling at you in grung. And the young grungling that you guys had helped, he stands up or runs up and he says, and they have a short get together, and they say, and he says, I will, or Ovek says, he says he will go and treat with his father, and his father shall bestow great favors upon you for the safe return of him. And the grungling that you guys had saved sort of runs off into this structure. You guys wait a bit, and eventually a grungling, a gold-skinned grung, comes out. There are a couple of orange-skinned warriors flanking him as he walks out to you. Oh, in fact, I've got a picture of this guy, actually.
Bow gracefully.
Oh, check this out. Share.
Oh, now we respect the gold drum.
Yeah, it ain't Donald Grum. What do you want?
And he comes out
This
and
may be Obama Grum, huh?
well, this guy is you notice right away, since you've sort of spent a lot of time, or at least some time with Donald Grung. Great. Well, I guess Grey Petal could testify more than anyone, but the skin on this guy has a certain luster to it that the skin on the original Grung did not have. This Grung also does not have the green circles around its eyes, and it definitely walks with a bit of swagger. And he greets you, and he actually addresses you in some halting common, and he says, "You have saved my 180th favored son. Chief Yorb thanks you."
Thank you, kind sir. I bow.
Well, It was nice to meet you. Goodbye. And he sort of signals his retinue, and they turn
Excuse
to walk
me,
back.
sir.
They pause. Yeah.
We are questing to defeat a great evil of the land, and we need to gain entrance to Nang Nang's wondrous temple.
Temple, the temple of goddess. Do you want to get in?
Yes.
He sort of looks at his advisor, and they kind of look at him, and he sort of pauses a second as if weighing this. He says, Chief Yorb want to get in too, but we do not know how.
Perhaps we could help each other.
Perhaps we can help each other. What do you propose?
Well, we would like to rest here because rescuing your favored 180th son was quite the trial, and then we have a group, a wonderful group of individuals who are well versed on various puzzles and traps that might be involved with gaining appropriate entrance into Nang Nang's temple.
Chief Yorb thinks that would be a good idea. Very well. Come. You can sleep on the roof with us. We shall make sure you are safe. Then our debt will be repaid.
Thank you, King Zorb.
Thank you very much.
Sure.
All right, so this let me share the. So this is Nang Nang's shrine, the shrine of Nang Nang, if you would. The slimy steps go up to this pair of double doors here, where that are currently closed, at least, and they the chief actually bounds up and leads you to a series of vines that they use to clamber up to the roof of this place. And on the roof, there are some huts that they've got created, much like the huts you saw back in the Grung village. And there are probably a dozen or so Grung up here. Though this is a much smaller tribe, obviously, and this tribe is less versatile. There are a few of the orange grung. There's the golden grung, of course, and then there are several of the green grung that you're sort of come to know as the worker class or whatever of grungs, if you would. You guys can stay here for the night safely. Oops, let's see. How do I delete? Delete only foes. All right, let's see. We should also, let's see. Brown bears go away. Brown bears go away. Brown bears go away. Misha, we'll keep her in the combat tracker for a little while at least. All right, so this is something I haven't done in a while. The party gets a full long rest. So the other side of that is that, of course, all of the 6 combat bonuses that you guys have gotten are now reset. For you guys at home wondering about this, we have a system that we've implemented to sort of inspire character or inspire players to push past the simple kind of idea where they do an encounter, they rest, because that's lame. So we came up with this sort of incentive system to push characters to get to 6 encounters. So it gets pretty fun, especially with those level 6 abilities. They get pretty outrageous. And I think that's been a lot of fun. What do you guys think about that so far? Like, has that worked out pretty well, I think, or is that Not worked
Worked for
well?
us.
I had a blast. I enjoyed it.
All right. Well, thanks for that solid feedback.
You know,
It's
you know my opinion.
look, Mr. Raw. We don't. Rules are made to be broken. In fact, all the rules in D&D are just suggestions or something like that, aren't they? Isn't that the what I read somewhere in some book, someplace? Suggestions.
Did you write it there?
No, I probably did. Right there in the side there, the index.
Margin.
All rules must be broken or can be broken. So the Grung don't really talk. So the Golden Grung apparently is the only one who would speak any kind of common, and he talks to you only briefly.
Is he a chief or a king? King, huh?
He addressed himself as Chief Yoruba.
Chief Yorub, would you be interested in taking over another tribe of Grung? A big tribe of Grung?
Chief
I don't.
Chief Yoruba looked at you. He kind of looks at you kind of warily, and he's why would you think that? He kind of.
Now I'm asking because we had met another gold Grung at a place called Dungrunglund, and he did not seem to be such a sincere
Resplendent
ruler as you.
He kind of. He drinks. He drinks. He sort of swallows and kind of. Don Grung. He is a weak Grung. Very weak. Yet he holds the mother village.
Would you be willing to take over the mother village if he could be persuaded to remove himself from leadership there?
Persuaded to remove himself. No golden Grung would step down from that position. It is a position ordained by the goddess herself. It is.
He's not actually a golden grung, though. He uses some mushrooms that he bathes in to give himself a fake golden skin. And that's how he was able to rise to power in Grungland.
He kind of he sort of looks at you more suspiciously now, and he ponders this.
I stayed in his pool and I turned gold a little bit, Mr. Rob.
Good Chief Yorb.
This
Yeah.
is a strong accusation. If this is true, then the mother village has no leadership, and it would be destined to fall into ruin. This is a bad thing.
Yes,
I
that's,
agree.
I think that's why.
He talks to his the golden grung that are around him. There's like 4 of them around here now, and they've sort of picked up on his sense of foreboding, perhaps. And he kind of talks to them, and they kind of have this sort of what seems like a sort of heated discussion of these frog creatures kind of croaking at one another. And he finally says, and they immediately all quiet. And he looks at you and he says, "What proof can you show for this?"
Shashira, can you grab a few of those mushrooms?
Sure, why not? Okay. I reach into my inventory and start painting myself gold.
So he sort of watches you intently, and
It works better on grung skin than it does on an elf skin. But yeah, we actually made our way into his inner sanctum under pretense.
he looks over at inner background and says, "Hey, and his grung drops what he's doing, crawls it over, bows, And he puts out his hand and takes one of the mushrooms from you, and he starts rubbing it on the arm of this grung. The effect isn't quite as pronounced as it was, but it's a pretty clear effect. These mushrooms obviously have some sort of dying quality to them, and the effect was very light and not really noticeable. Just rubbing a mushroom on the skin of Sashira, it's definitely more noticeable on the green grung. And
if we were to put together a small pool, we could, and I could show you, because I can. I have spells that will make the mushroom grow at a more voracious pace, and then you could have somebody bathe in it. If you need that level of fruit. But keep in mind that you are very correct that Don Grung has a very tight hold over the minds of Don Grungland.
Yes, but if he could be defeated and exposed, we would have the immediate loyalty of the Grung, and we would control the mother village. And he looks at his orange Grungling, and they talk again. Yes, I will ponder upon this. And he walks away, and they all kind of sort of walk away talking. Next morning dawns hot. The forecast today is hot. Highs will be in the upper 90s. Lows will be in the lower 90s. Humidity will be right around 100%. Chance of rain, 99%. Welcome.
Great, it's Louisiana.
Basically, it's Louisiana in the summer. Welcome to the summer of Chult, or is this the winter? Well, welcome to the jungles of Chult.
Okay, so Orvix, start looking around. What can you read?
All right. So Orvix actually
has got less exhaustion.
yeah, he's got one less level of exhaustion, eh? Oh, let me check this guy out. So he's down to, let's see, down to two levels of exhaustion. Ha ha ha. Yay, Orvix. 2 levels. I'll have to look that up. I don't remember exactly. I know he has.
We don't have an effect for that?
Well, it stacks. So let's see. I think 2 levels actually is where he. I think his movement speed will be better now, so that will actually help out a lot.
Ow.
Do. Nobody knows this, really. None of us nerds know this offhand. Maybe somebody in chat. Somebody in chat must know. Does anybody know what 2 levels of exhaustion get you?
All
Not
me, I
there.
was busy starting a rebellion.
Not there. Excellent. All right. Thank you for being helpful. Very cool. Oh no, speed is halved at level 2. Dang it. But he no longer has disadvantage on attacks and saves, so that's nice. Just
That's a very big bonus.
disadvantage on ability checks and half speed. So not the end of the world, but it could be better.
Okay.
Okay. So it's hot. So Orvix has actually been hanging around a little bit, and it turns out that the outside doors are not, they're caked in slime and stuff, but they're openable. They
Really?
yeah they can easily be opened into the area proper. The
Hey, Roy.
yeah.
Just a quick thing. When we wake up the next morning, Alessandra has her physical appearance has changed somewhat.
Uh-oh.
Okay. In what way?
She has like almost glowing violet eyes, and she is starting to sprout fairy wings from her back.
She is. All right.
She is.
Okay.
She doesn't notice the gray wings.
And what
or
are these?
the eyes, actually, because she can't see her own eyes.
What are these wings going to do?
They don't do anything.
She's just growing wings.
She's just growing wings. Right now, they would be too small to do anything. If I can figure out how to make that something, then that would be different. But if it never develops into anything, it's fine.
Yes, she's probably not going to develop the ability to fly. So I guess growing wings is cool. All right. Yes. So she's growing wings and violet eyes. That's pretty wild.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Also, Roy,
Yeah.
Moxinari and Rastanos look a little exhausted today. Let you know.
What? Moxinari is made up with Rastalnos?
Yeah, they had an evening together.
Oh man, what happened with all that? What? I thought he was on the outs.
Wait,
I know-
nobody told me.
I don't want the details. I just want to know the.
You had fun and didn't even remember it. Isn't that great?
Sure.
Oh man, yeah. In fact, I forgot. Thank you. Tonight, the role of Rastalnos will be played by Brenda. I think this is actually fantastic since Gerald's playing in Moxinari, the female. It may only make sense that the male bard Rastalnos should be played by a lady. So that's fantastic.
Actually, every female in the party is played by a guy.
You're right.
Now the only guy in the party is played by a female.
This is perfect. This is how it was meant to be. This is absolutely. I'll send Elliot his eviction notice.
Arvex may be really offended by calling everybody in the party, except Rastalnos.
Well, yeah, but is he really in the party? Is he like a party member, or is he like just kind of somebody who sort of,
Is Roy really a guy?
Yes, Roy's really a guy. Come on. All right. So the doors to the shrine actually can be opened. Let me.
So why couldn't the Grung get in the shrine?
Well, the Grung can get in the shrine itself. The Grung are not able to get into the inner chamber of the shrine. So there are above the door, the entrance to this place. There is a saying, and it says, "Nang Nang teaches us to serve only ourselves."
So you're in it for yourself. Gotcha.
All right. The inside of here, let's see.
What was the exact word of that?
The exact words was the exact words Nang Nang teaches us to serve only ourselves. That's in chat, as you can check it out. So in here, torches shed light over rooms filled with treasure. Chests heaped with coins, polished amphorae, strings of pearls, and ornate pieces of armor. Set into the floor in front of another double door is a mosaic depicting a frog-like humanoid beating a leopard that has snakes emerging from its shoulders. The cuneiform inscriptions are woven above and below the combatants. So this is kind of the typical scene that you guys have come to know, where it shows a scene of this god beating another god, and there's an inscription that forms part of the Legend of the Nine Gods, the part related to Nang Nang and the other god. All right. So basically, this whole shrine that you can see is filled with riches, coins, valuables, armor, weapons. It's here. It is piled high in every room of this entire shrine. The only part that you can't get into is behind a set of double doors, and these doors are locked. There is neither keyhole nor handle. Above the double door is a message, and Orvex translates it, and it says, "Whoever among you is the richest, bring me your gifts." This is where Chief Yorb sort of he comes and he stands there and he's like, "This we cannot get into." Let us know if you succeed. And he and his retinue retreat out of the shrine to see if you are able.
So is there a place to put offerings or something? Any statues here? Or just the relief?
Yeah, no statues that you can see. Just the relief that's covered in there.
What about that square right in front of the door?
That's like a little, yeah, it's like a raised area. You could, I mean, I'm open to ideas.
Well, we got to get rich. So we got to pick up the treasure.
Let's see. Let me see. Yeah, so let's see. Let's see what we'll do. We'll start at the bottom. Rest on those. What do you have? What is your current action going to look like?
What happens if I stand on the little raised pedestal?
Standing on the pedestal doesn't seem to do anything. You sort of stand there. You can even kind of hop up and down a little bit. It does not seem to have any effect. Sashira, what kind of ideas do you have while Restanos is standing on the pedestal trying to see if he can get something to happen?
I'm going to run around looking for the most valuable looking things, pick them up, and I'm going to run back over there as fast as possible.
Okay, so you're going around collecting treasure. Gotcha. Alessandra, what are you doing? Why don't you... Whoops. Hey, say that again. Whoops, no. Say that again.
I am going to re-examine the Legend of the Nine Gods as it pertains to Nang Nang.
Okay. Do you have that available? Do you need it?
I got it.
It's in the story. We need a spear.
All right. So you're gonna. All right. So Alessandra is reading the Legend of the Nine Gods. Rafina, what are you doing in this time?
I'm going to put an electrum platter on the altar.
An electrum platter. So you're gonna find an electrum platter? Yeah, you can definitely do that.
I'm holding an electrum platter.
You have one.
Yes, I do.
Oh, okay. All right. So you sort of brush Restalis aside a little bit. Pardon me. And you set the electrum platter down upon the pedestal. It lands upon the floor with a soft clunk, and you stand up and look at the doors, and nothing happens. Princess Moaxinari, what grand plans do you have for this sort of round?
Well, she will dig into her bag of family jewels, which I don't have detailed. So I guess she can pull out, I don't know, 1,000 gold pieces of worth of treasure.
No, she doesn't have that much, right?
How much does she have?
She had a total of 500 at the beginning. I don't know if you've used or spent or given away any of that.
Well, there's no place to do any of that.
Yeah. All right. So you probably got 500 gold worth of various jewelry and such.
And one's a crystal eye, but I don't know what the other 300 gold is.
Yeah, it could be whatever various jewelry you like.
She'll take the 300 gold and she'll put it on the pedestal.
On the electrum platter, or
No, knock that shit off.
Knock it off. Oh man, Princess, you get this cheap shit out of here. She kicks the shoddy electrum hammered platter to the side and sets the gold and jewels on the altar. The door is still not appeased. Rastalnos, your presence upon Rastalnos, that these electrum and these jewels have no possible hope of opening the door. If your presence alone standing on the altar did not open the door. Come on. No, I jest. Rastalnos, we'll go back to you. Any ideas?
No. Yeah, no.
Rosalnos just sits on the edge of the thing, pulls out his instrument, and no, the musical instrument. Pulls out his musical instrument and
with rasp.
and plays a dirge of woe and vexation. Okay, Sashira, let's see. You have, I guess you can have whatever treasure you want. This place probably has it. By the armful, if you care.
Excellent. Well, I dance with as much treasure in my arms. I don't care if I'm dropping some.
Oh, yeah.
To the altar, just filthy rich, happy as, I don't know, a Disney duck. And I stand on top of the altar. And I say, I am the rich one.
So you walk into the room and you stand upon the altar and you claim yourself, I am the rich one.
Yeah.
And still nothing happens until you step off the altar towards the door. And as you approach the door, carrying arms full of these riches, the doors open.
Uh-oh.
In the middle of this dusty room, a stone cube rests on a pedestal carved and painted to resemble a squat humanoid frog. More treasure lies in this room.
Did you say more treasure lies in this room?
Yes. Though, compared to the rest of the treasure, not as much.
Well, that opened the doors, but where's the cube?
The cube's on the pedestal. I take the cube.
Alessandra says, this is easy. She walks over and grabs the cube.
Nothing bad's going to happen.
You have
There it goes.
the fourth key to the Tomb of Annihilation.
Woo!
That was easy enough.
Yeah, that was pretty anticlimactic. All right.
Hey,
Walk out and cast Detect Magic?
yeah. I don't know why you haven't already.
Because it takes so long, y'all complain.
Where's the naked detect magic, man? Come on.
Yeah!
Yes. So there is nothing in. Well, this whole shrine radiates an alteration magic. Strong alteration magic.
Interesting.
But no items or magic.
As it turns out, no.
But there's lots of platinum in here.
Lots of platinum, lots of gold, lots of jewels, lots of art items, weapons, armor.
All fake.
But none of the weapons or armor are magical.
Well, everything in here seems to radiate magic.
Alteration magic, right. But as far as what is it? Objuration is or enchantment. Sorry, what am I thinking? There's no enchantment magic going on.
No, Ravina doesn't think so. Ravina thinks that this is all.
Something's still not right here.
I
Try to walk out.
Yeah, you're out. You're back out into the heat. It's a little cooler in here, come to find out, than it is out there in the heat.
Is the cube still cube?
Alessandra, you're outside too?
I have not walked out yet. I was gonna grab a pair of sapphire earrings.
Sure.
Or no, ruby earrings.
You could probably find some nice earrings lying about. All right. All right. So, Alessandra, you come out. The cube is still a cube.
Okay.
Except that these pretty earrings that you had, once you're out into sort of the light of Chult, you realize that these are just worthless pieces of wire that you found lying in there.
Okay.
In fact, you find out as you guys come out that everything you picked up, Sashira, everything is worthless. The weapons are rusted and decaying. The armor is useless. All the gold and gems are mere worthless metal.
That's fine. We got a cube. Tell Chief Zorb, okay, it's open.
Chief Zorb is pressing, and all the frogs are sort of like hopping, and they're all very excited by this. And Chief Zorb says, "You are indeed smart. You can help Chief Zorb take Dungrunglung."
Well, we are currently on a quest for the entire world, but upon completion of that, we have maybe one or two other obligations. Unfortunately, we have been trying to help people like yourself as we've been going along, but we can't stay too long, or else the entire world suffers.
Right, but
We're
Dungrunglung.
going to take Dungrunglung when we are done here.
The world can wait. Dungrunglung cannot. It is in the hands of he seems offended by that. Dungrunglung is Mother Village. It is
It's still
ruled
safe for now.
by fake. It is in a dangerous place. We should go save it. And the grung are kind of looking at each other, and they're like, seems like they're getting a little riled up. Actually, like they're sort of.
Can we
seem very-
save Omu first? That way we will be able to put all of our resources to saving Dungrunglung and making you the rightful chief of all of the grung.
Let's see. You know what we haven't done tonight? Roll any dice. Rafina, make me a persuasion check against
definitely.
Chief Yorb to try to convince him that it's smart to wait.
Whoa,
An 18.
nice.
All right, so he's unhappy about it, but he says, "Yeah, but you smart enough to get into the goddess shrine, so Chief Yorb will trust your counsel very well."
Thank you, great chief. Okay,
When-
next round.
All right, next shrine. Man, that was an easy one. You thought this would be something difficult. Nang Nang is
If
a
I hadn't
pushover.
walked up and just taken the cube, we may have spent half an hour on that.
Nah, I wouldn't have let you do that. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Liar, you would have been laughing so hard you would almost peed yourself.
No, we don't need any more. We don't need any more 30-minute sessions, 40-minute sessions talking about the best way to walk across a floor. We're gonna move on past that.
So mark off Nang Nang Shrine. What haven't we touched here? Because at this point, I'm not sure what X's we have touched. And Chris, put a cube in your inventory.
All right, so you guys have done the X's, haven't you? Let's see. Wongo, you've
No, I
done
don't think
Wongo.
so.
You've done Ijin.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There'd be 6 total. We've only done 5 shrines.
Let's see. You've done 1, 2, 3,
Hey, Roy, do
4.
you have an official item for Nang Nang's cube, or am I just
Oh,
creating?
nope. Sorry, I certainly do. You got that. Hold on. Nang Nang. Inventory. Do. Party sheet. Parcel. Nang Nang's
So we have
cube.
4 out of 5 so
It's
far.
unidentified.
Yeah, so's mine.
Whoops, wait. I thought I did that.
You identified and unidentified it.
There we go.
All right, here we go.
Look, man, I'm
All right.
fast, man. I don't mess around.
Mine's unidentified still.
Where are you? What's it called?
It just says unidentified item. That should have been Shigambi's cube.
Who are you? Give me your character sheet. What's your name again?
Rafina.
Horfina. Horfina.
Rafaela.
Inventory. You have too much stuff in your inventory.
Hey, at least it's all perfectly organized.
It's not letting me take it.
Where is this thing? I don't see it.
And, don't.
It's
Oh,
in
man,
the
too bad
backpack.
they turned it hard.
List them under backpack. It's the 3rd item up. Yep, you got it.
There we go. All right.
So which one of the shrines have we not gone to? We've been to Kubazan, Wango, Ijin, Shingambi.
Shigambi? Yep. So you guys have, let's see. So there's an X kind of in the middle.
So the X in the middle, we're going back to where we were. That was the shrine we didn't go to by Bag of Nails.
That's right. Yeah. So there's a shrine there. There is the shrine that is out on the lava pillar.
I'm not worried about that yet.
That you guys know about, and that's what you know so
We should be
far.
able to reach it from this side, right?
It looked pretty close. I mean, certainly the closest place. It's hard to see from where you guys were. You know, there's this constant wall of steam and stuff from all the water poured into the lava. But the northern side of it definitely looks to be the shortest distance from the land to the pillar.
Well, get us to that shrine, not the one in the lava, the one with the big X in the circle.
Big X in a circle. All right.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go around the circle to the east-west causeway, and then take that down.
All
Why
right.
don't we just go diagonally across the shortest part of the shortest water distance?
What?
Why don't we just go across the shortest water distance right there? Or wait, why don't we just go around the side of the circle with no
That's what
water? Oh,
That's
got
what I
it.
just said.
That way.
That's what I just said, John.
I thought you were heading to the causeway, Chris. Right
Yeah, the
across the
east-west
water.
causeway. We go around
Gotcha.
the circle to the east-west causeway, and that'll take us directly to the shrine.
And see if
Oh, he was
Orvix
looking at
any
it
other
sideways.
potential shrines.
All right.
It's true. We need potential shrines.
Okay. You guys will keep a lookout.
Sorry, guys. I can't get rid of the cough.
All right. You guys head down through the ruined city. So you continue down through the ruined city of Omu. You skirt
Future Jewel of Cholt, thank you.
future, yes. The once and future Jewel of Cholt. You skirt around the edges of that wall, of this sort of walled compound area, and make your way to the X that Orvix found you, or showed you. Oops, sorry. As you get there, the swirly carvings decorate these two obelisks at the entrance to this compound. An overgrown courtyard lies under the shade of tall palms. Stone doors seal the entrance to a windowless shrine with a smaller ruin standing nearby.
Map, and what shrine is this? Look at Orvix. What shrine is this, Orvix?
While we're waiting for Orvix to read and figure it out, Assess just needs to tell everybody in the party, you know, that wasn't really me, the taking of the treasure thing. I don't really care about treasure that much. It's not like that.
It's okay.
That's
It was
that.
worthless anyway.
Yeah, I know. It would be worthless if it wasn't.
All right. Well, that's good to know. Orbex sort of lifts an eyebrow at you, says, as if studying you, like a bug under a microscope.
Still.
Okay, so this is sort of the shrine. There are the double doors there that are closed. Oh, whoops. Let me go ahead and share this guy. Sharing. Have a map.
Okay, Orvix, what is this the shrine of?
Hang on. Okay, let's see. He says above the double doors for the shrine itself, it says, Onk urges us to contrast all options before acting.
A snail. The flail snail.
The flail snail.
It says Unk urges us to contrast all options.
before proceeding. Or before acting, sorry.
Well, look around the area.
So this is sort of it. To the next to the main thing, there is a sort of what looks like probably some sort of workshop. The roof clearly collapsed long ago, and there's like a thick mass of plants and such that's sort of growing up through all the rubble. Kind of what you can see from out here, I guess.
Is there anything in the quote workshop, or is that just empty at this point? It's just destroyed.
All right, so Rafina goes in to check it out.
I'm gonna cast fly.
Okay, you cast fly. Hang on, let me put you guys on here. You can kind of put yourselves wherever you want. I'm just Orbex will remain safely back here by the pedestals. Let's see. Okay, so so as you get in here, you can see through the moss of this, there are hundreds of iron keys hanging from hooks along the wall. Like the walls are just covered with these iron keys. Some are bent and broken. Some are rusted beyond the repair. Sorry. The rest of them actually look serviceable.
And let me guess, it's locked, right?
What's locked?
The doors that Moax is in front of.
It doesn't seem like it. It looks like they're just these big slabs of stone that are pushed together. They're not completely pushed together. They're actually sort of partly ajar. One of the doors is partly ajar.
I wonder what all the keys are for then.
You said they're on hooks, like we can lift it up, or?
Yeah, lots and lots of these keys that you could just take if you needed to or wanted to.
Is there a keyhole in the door?
There are no keyholes nor handles in these stone slabs that seal off the shrine.
But don't seal off because one's ajar.
Yes.
The
When
door.
is there's a joke about a jar, right? When is a something?
So the correct
door.
answer is more than likely the Red Wizards have already taken this temple.
Maybe.
Well, I could actually check a little bit. So far, only Nare has walked there. I'm gonna just search for tracks in front of the door besides hers.
I'm gonna fly over since it's collapsed already.
Okay. Yeah, the view for this workshop, at least. So the collapsed roof is in this workshop where Rafina is, not the main shrine itself. The main shrine itself is actually in solid shape,
Okay.
much like the other shrines. So Shiro, go ahead and roll me your tracking check. Oh, man. All right. Let's see. So, Shira, there was a group of humans that came in here. In fact, you can kind of see as you look around, they apparently spent some time in this workshop area. And you notice, in fact, there are many keys sort of discarded and thrown down on the ground. In fact, you also notice there are some of these keys sort of out in the courtyard area itself, as if maybe they were just sort of thrown out there, kind of randomly, perhaps.
Do the patterns of the feet look like they're also walking away, like they're not still in there, kind of thing?
Yeah, a little hard to
tell that?
tell. Yeah, this is, like I said, this area is used. Like, apparently there's a group came in and they definitely spent some time kind of walking back and forth in the area. So there's lots of, let me say lots. There's significant traffic basically to and from this workshop to the main building.
Okay. Well, they're either in there or they're already gone, but they've been here.
You're right. Those are the two choices.
But you can't know. You can't know until you open the door. What's that, John?
Let's either go in.
Let's
and
open
take
the
names
door.
or,
Let's open the door.
Kick
Let's
ass.
open the
or
door.
Just finish this temple. Let's go.
I try to push open the door.
All right. You cannot actually push open the door. It is too heavy for you to push.
Darn it.
I will push open the door.
Well, you also are not strong enough to push open the door. However, the two of you working together can indeed push open a door. The one that is ajar, you can finish pushing. And this immense piece of stone that weighs several hundred pounds, surely, grinds open enough for you guys to get into the shrine itself.
Yep. Which has got to be empty, I'm sure.
Oops. Let's see. So there is a statue of a giant snail looms before you. In place of antenna, it has 5 pseudopods ending in these big rocky clubs. Along the wall, 6 iron keys. Well, actually, there are niches along the wall, and there are 6 iron keys that are sort of flung about the room. Behind the statue, there's a carved pedestal and a wide alcove, and it has a keyhole set into its base.
Does it have a key in the keyhole?
It does not have a key in the keyhole.
Before we go any further, can Shashira look inside the temple and see if there was footsteps leading out if they left? What are the newer ones?
The answer is the same, right? There's been a relatively significant amount of traffic in and out of this temple.
Can we investigate the pedestal and see if we see impressions of where somebody has gotten the cube from?
You can. All right. So you go over to the pedestal. Roll me a perception check.
Oh, that should be fairly interesting. Nine.
All right. It looks like just a pedestal. It's like basically a pedestal that rises up. It's flat on the top, and so there's an obvious keyhole right in the front.
Where it looks like the pedestal opens?
It doesn't. There's no obvious way the pedestal might open or anything like that, or maybe not that you can see.
So the impressions around the room are any of them in the shape of keys?
So there are these 6 iron keys that are sort of set in these niches, and there are 6 niches, and each niche has an iron key that is sort of set on it. There's a hook that perhaps it looked like it was hanging on to, but now it is no longer. They're set on these sort of plinths that sit below the niches themselves.
Do they all look the same?
Good question. They do not all look the same, actually. In fact, they all look different.
And does the snail have 6 heads, if you wish to call it?
Pseudopods? No, the snail has 5 pseudopods. Club-like pseudopods. It would smash you.
Do any of the keys outside look like some of the keys inside?
That would take some time. That would take some time to figure out, just because there are lots of keys outside, like many dozens of keys outside.
Right, but they're not like larger than the average key that we noticed outside.
No. These size-wise, these probably match up with like the key, roughly match up with sort of the keys that are outside. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, you could look. I mean, you could certainly find out. You'd have to probably maybe take one of the keys or something like that with you, and maybe compare them to keys outside.
I think we're just too late to the shrine.
I don't know that we are. It's possible that they started working on it, couldn't solve it, and decided to come back for it.
Look to Orovix.
Orvik smiles at you.
Well, Orvitz, what is your take on it? Since you were working with the Red Wizards, would they have left us fine if they couldn't solve it, or would they have kept going until they did?
I suppose it depends on who was there. If it were me, well, that's a tough question. I don't know what my time constraints are. If I felt I was under time constraint, then perhaps I would stay and solve the problem. If I felt that I was not under time constraints, then, well, perhaps then I have more time to wander about.
You've worked with them, that's why I'm asking.
Yes, I can't, I don't know. And he sort of wanders around and looks at the keys. He says, it is obvious someone has been here. These keys, I'm not convinced they were put back where they belong properly, but they were put back where they belong.
Is there any other inscriptions or anything inside the room?
In here, there are not, actually.
What about the key shop?
No sort of inscriptions that you can find.
Anything maybe around the outside of the building? Or on the plinth?
There are no more inscriptions other than the ones I have given you.
Which is
the
only
one.
the one.
Yep. Rest down those. Make me a perception check. Are you actually looking out? Like, were you going to follow up on that idea of yours, or were you just exploring the idea?
I want to compare the keys to each other. The ones that are in here.
The ones that are in here. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. Roll me a perception check.
Okay, give me a second.
Should be on the skills tab.
Click on your character to bring it to the front.
Aha.
$14. All right. Yeah. So the keys that you have in here, these 6 keys, as you look at them, they're all the same size, the same length and such, but they're clearly different. Though it seems that these are not complex keys. These keys might be easy to spot. You think that, like, as you look at each of these keys, you think it might be easy to spot to find its mate, or a key that is the same as this, because they're relatively simple keys. Each of these keys only has 1 or 2 teeth on it, so it should be.
Yeah, I'll gather them up and go outside and see if I can.
Can I see them for a second?
Sure.
Can I put all 6 keys kind of in a stack and then see if it forms a special, like, tooth configuration?
It does not form. I mean,
like, if there's only 1 or 2 teeth per key, if putting them all together forms a more complex key.
It does. I mean, obviously it does, right? Because you've got only 1 or 2 teeth for each of these. Times 6 is going to be a much more complex key. You do notice that none of the teeth from any of the 6 keys overlap one another. So it does sort of form a kind of unique profile of a key if all 6 are laid against one another.
So that's the key we should probably look for.
Okay.
Okay.
So let's see if going around, if we can find a key that matches the tooth configuration of all 6 keys together.
But before we do that, can I just ask, can we use, if we put all the keys together, would that just fit in the keyhole?
It definitely would not fit in the keyhole. It'd be far too wide to fit in the keyhole. Nice idea, though.
There's got to be a key somewhere here. So now we're playing Find the Key.
Okay, so you guys play Find the Key, and it takes you a while, but you do eventually find a key in the workshop, hidden beneath a a pile of moss that you pick up and pull it off of a hook, and it looks like, actually, yes, this one key in the key shop or the workshop looks like it matches the 6 keys together, the silhouette at least of the 6 keys together that you found.
Okay, let's go get our asses kicked.
All right. Who uses the key on the pedestal?
I will.
Alessandra flies in, lands. Actually, by now, fly's probably done. Now we'll let you can test off fly. That's fine. It's fine. You have like 1 minute left on fly.
Okay.
She flies in and lands there. You put the key in and turn it, and it kind of grinds a bit as you turn it, and it locks into place. You hear this grinding sound, and the whole temple vibrates a bit, and a hatch that you didn't notice before actually opens, and a hatch opens, and the pedestal itself actually grinds around in a circle. As it turns, an ornate stone cube corkscrews up from the hatch, from that concealed hatch up to the surface.
Okay. I'll take the cube.
Balls.
You have another cube.
Wow, that's the most temples we've done in one night, huh?
Hey, it's only 8.
Some temples are simpler than others. This is why I was predicting that three temples could happen in a night. But
You may be right.
well, one temple had 2 combats, which made it really, really hard.
Yeah, but he means tonight, Roy.
I actually mean tonight.
Well, you've only done 2 so far.
Right. Now we're gonna do
A few more.
Oh yes.
Let's go. So now we need to find 2 more temples.
Or we could just, find red wizards and kill them and
Kill
take their cubes.
Well, we could do that too. That's probably what's going to happen when we find the other temples.
It'll
Could
happen
be.
eventually.
Okay, so can we go on the roof of this temple easily?
Yeah, sure.
Good. Let's see if we can spot the next temple from where we're at.
Yeah. So the problem with spotting a temple is that so many of these buildings kind of look alike. Flying around might be a little easier. Let me see what you could maybe find in your last minute of flying.
Meanwhile, I'm going to track the Red Wizard's retreat, and I'm just going to say to the party now, guys, I can just track to where they are.
Yeah, but
I don't want to attack their home base.
well, maybe you do. It'd be better to catch them unawares than they catch us unaware.
I'd
We got to
rather
talk to them sometimes, right?
Not really. We can just kill them out of hand.
That's
I love my life cleric of Lathander.
Wait,
The Red Wizards
haven't
of
done
Day,
anything
aren't
to
they
us.
like a hated enemy?
We just have to find them and then we kill them. What's so hard about that? Come on, guys.
They're evil. What's the problem?
love it.
worked with them. They're nice guys, right?
They just hate it.
Orvix is sort of like, well, they pay well.
But they're complete assholes.
Well, they've got their opinions on how the world should work. Some of them are fairly reasonable, in my opinion.
Do they think like us?
Yeah. Okay. So, hang on. I gotta check some map stuff here.
So we found 6. I see 6. We have 7 that we've done so far, correct? Am I incorrect on that? No, we've done 6. So we found everything that we know about.
You've
Well,
done
we've done-
6.
well, we
You have
found
7.
5 cubes, right?
No, we've seen 6 total. If you look under Omu notes,
Yeah, you got 5 shrines. You've seen 6. You've got 5 cubes. You've
Right.
seen 6 shrines.
Okay.
There are 3 shrines that's yet unaccounted for. 1, you know where it is.
but we don't know if that's just the final shrine or if that's the shrine we need to get to.
Final shrine. I mean, any shrine could be the final shrine. These are sort of you've been randomly hitting them. So
I assume we need 9 cubes to get into a final tomb, and that's more than likely the tomb.
Could be. So let's see. Roll me a perception check, Alessandra.
Okay. All right. I love my perception check.
Natural 20, come on. That wasn't
Or a
enough.
3.
Yep. All right. So yeah, the shrine atop that pillar, you sort of got the kind of that same shrine layout that you guys are kind of used to, right? The sort of walled compound with a building inside of it. You see that one, but you don't see any others that are clearly, would be clearly a shrine.
Shrine-like.
Yeah. I mean, there's lots of buildings that maybe could be things. I mean, there's lots of lots of buildings have walls. This is a, high, especially in this area of town. Like, it seems like as you hang out in this area of town, closer to that sort of circular area, the number of like walls and such built around the houses increases. So this maybe is a little more high living area of the city than.
Okay, party. What about here?
Where?
I drew an arrow. Straight to your heart.
You drew an arrow? I don't see an arrow.
I drew an arrow on the player map of Elmu.
I don't see your arrow.
Shit.
Maybe your internet's slow.
I don't think so.
Maybe your arrows are slow.
Maybe my arrows are slow. Okay, how about if I draw a square? Let's see if that works better. Oh wow! How was that? No, that's
All right. Yeah, well, you do this. Actually, let's take a short break. I'm ready for a bio break and a new cup of water in my fancy mug, as if I were drinking
Bourbon.
No, well, no, not tonight. But I'm just showing my pretty cup. Look, how cool is this, huh?
Tequila.
It's pretty cup.
Pretty cup.
The odds
Bio
you
break.
weren't like
Yeah, let's take 5. I'll see you guys in 5.
Don't forget to put our paws on. And do we have a back in 5 screen? Just put it in his Brussels sprouts. He'll never tell the difference.
Yeah, that's a
Ooh,
great place to put it.
That thing we never eat.
Right.
I was gonna say.
Who eats Brussels sprouts? God, I don't know. Actually, Chrissy's a big fan of those, but
I like Brussels sprouts.
Oh my god. Hell must prepare them different than me. They're basically hell.
No, you put them in the oven, dude.
you definitely got to cook them right.
An hour?
Great.
Oh my god, they don't taste
know.
like Brussels sprouts.
You just hung up on them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, as long as you disguise them enough so that you can't recognize them as Brussels sprouts anymore, they actually are okay. Like
Dipping them in chocolate.
chocolate syrup, kind of
Trust me, Roy.
Bacon
Stick
and
them in a
chocolate syrup.
king cake.
anything you can imagine. Cake is a good idea, actually.
Try
Like
it, Roy.
cake, only Brussels sprout cake.
Brussels sprout cake? That doesn't sound good at all. All right.
Yeah.
Seriously, cut them in half and put them in the oven and let them bake. It takes like an hour and a half. It takes forever. But they do not taste like Brussels sprouts.
All right. Well, next time I want to have Brussels sprouts that don't taste like Brussels sprouts, I'm going to bake them with bacon and syrup.
Does
In a
anybody
cake.
see my stupid little square on our player map, or is that only showing for me?
It's only showing for you.
Well,
Maybe you have
that's
to share
a
it.
level stuck.
Maybe you
I
can
don't
share
get
it.
that option.
No.
Okay, here. How about, have we been to there?
No,
Huh.
because we don't know where there is.
Hey, you put a square around there earlier. I saw it.
You did see the square. Bastards.
You even had a little line over there too.
Running away.
That's a representation of us.
Oh, okay.
Let's
That's
see.
one of our temporarily stoned members.
You guys have actually. Oh, we should put a pin there. That is that an encounter?
Because that's another walled area like these temples.
That's pretty clever, John.
I'm just looking what's similar to all of these buildings that look like temples.
What do I have to do for that? So encounter, right? Add an encounter.
South of here.
No, how do I add a pin?
Yeah.
What's a pin thing for the maps? What's that called?
Pins. Maps.
You're not
Map
helping.
pins.
You're not helping.
It's gotta be right click, right?
No, not that. Not that.
Nope.
Tables, story,
It
quests.
should be under encounter, huh?
Yeah, all right, we'll make it an encounter. But the encounter is kind of a weird thing. I'm gonna make it a.
I think that's the only place you can do a pin, huh? Or a story. Can't you put a story pin?
There we go. Story pin. Now we're talking. This will be. What do you want that called, Gerald? Gray Petal Square.
Gray Petals Rest. Yeah, put it as Gray Petals Temporary Break.
I get it. Break.
Oh, let's hope not. No, don't break, Gray Petal. Don't
worry,
break.
we have mending.
Right. We could have taken anything we wanted out of that temple and then just mended it.
That's what I'm trying to do. Cut it out. There we go. There we go.
Bending the most powerful cantrip in the game.
All right. There's now a pin for Gray Petal Square.
Okay, so did we search that next to where Gray Petal is? That compound?
You have not.
Okay, then let's search there in the compound right here.
So you're
below.
you headed up that way?
Yes.
Unless anybody has a better idea. I mean, we've got this big area right here that looks.
Well,
promising.
there's the temple that's right by us. If we wanted to go see if we can reach it.
I'd rather wait till the very end for that one. It's across the lava.
Well, we don't know that it's across the lava
I
because we
thought
haven't
we
actually
said,
gone there yet. No, we haven't gone there yet.
well, we can while we're right here if you want.
That's what I'm saying. We're right here.
I literally just said.
I just said that again.
I'm pretending
man.
I'm your mate. Don't worry about it.
She doesn't do that.
What?
Were you speaking? What were you? You were talking? Wait, what?
She outright ignores me.
I see your lips moving, but I don't hear anything. What's? I don't understand.
No, it's usually like computer, blah, blah, computer.
Mini.
Right on. So you guys are at a place where across from you, there's a column of rock. And you've seen this for a long time, right? It's about 200 feet above the lava. There's a walled ruin overgrown with palms that perches upon the summit of this rock. At the narrowest point, which is about where you guys are now, the gulf between the shrine and the rest of the city is maybe 60 feet or so.
Okay.
But there's no obvious way across, unless you could walk upon the mist. And it is very hot and misty here because this is where sort of the wind blows most of the super hot air, the superheated, super saturated air as the water from the city pours into the molten lava is vaporized and then brought up as clouds. So you guys are kind of standing in this sort of misty area.
Can I borrow somebody's rain catcher a minute?
Sure.
Turn it upside down and see if it'll work as like a lift device with the heated mist.
Decent idea, but no, there's not enough of an updraft. There aren't like winds and stuff. Certainly not enough to support a person at least.
How thick's the mist?
Unless perhaps you could craft a big balloon or something. I don't know. How thick is the mist? The mist is 6 thick.
Nice. Okay.
So if I cast water walk on the party, could we walk across the wet mist?
No, it is not that thick. Another nice idea though. I like how you're thinking.
And it caught the steam, so it condensed.
I
and
can
it
walk
walked on
across
that.
any liquid surface such as water, acid, mud, snow, quicksand, or lava, as if it were
Or
harmless
steam.
solid ground.
Yeah, this is. I mean, I think this qualifies as gas surface. I think.
That's why I was asking how thick. Like if it's like
Did it have
Louisiana heat
tomatoes?
thick, I could probably walk across the ship.
Can we
Interesting.
make it thicker?
Yeah, how
Can
could we
create
make
some
it
water for the lava?
just a little bit thicker?
Like we need to get to level 8, let's say. And we're at.
Yeah, I don't have that walk. Sorry, guys.
Because it's level 6, right? I get it. So how do we make it level 8?
I think it would be pour water.
Can we
into
turn
the
it
lava.
up to 11?
This mist goes to
That's
11.
ridiculous. Then we'd have to have swimming.
You might be able to.
So there's no easy way across. Is there any big palm trees here? 60-foot palms?
There are palm trees on the other side, like growing out of the island itself. And yeah, you can have palm trees on both sides if you want.
I mean, how tall are the palm trees on the other side? Like, can we throw a rope across and snag a palm?
Yeah, sure.
Well,
It's only 60
why would
feet.
we do that? I could just fly across. It's only 60
Yeah, but that's you. You could fly across.
Right,
Run
and
the whole
bring a
temple.
rope with me and tie it to a palm tree.
Well,
And we
or tie it to
slide-
the immovable rod. We have an
There's also the-
immovable rod.
There's also the immovable rod, which we could use to anchor it to this side.
Right.
And then we could just climb the rope across. Well, y'all can. I'll be
So
on
we
the
gotta-
other side watching.
Well, we're all good at that, right?
I'm open to ideas. Rafina, how far can you jump?
I can jump 30 feet, I think.
That's it?
No, you can't
It's
jump 30 feet.
It's 3 times my the strength, I think.
Oh, that's it?
I could put the immovable rod right in the middle, and you could land on it and then jump to the other side.
Which is
Oh.
36. So that won't help when you get 60 feet.
All right. Well, I'm open for actions.
No, I just gave a good good option. I
How
think.
big's that huge tree that's right next to us? See that huge palm? Right
It's huge. Huge.
It's taller than the building.
Yeah. It's like
80
40.
feet?
Huh?
80 feet?
80 feet?
Dude, look at how big it is compared to the building next to it.
That's a really, really, really. Can trees grow 80 feet tall?
Oh, hell yeah.
Sure. Yeah. All right. It's an 80-foot tall palm tree.
So look,
I was measuring
look at
trees the other day with a drone. They're really tall.
So let's look at our little Fae friend here. Alessandra, would it be a problem to cut down this palm tree to use as a bridge?
Or I could fly across.
And hope that we don't fall on the rope as we're going across the lava.
Or the tree.
Across the size of this tree.
How are you going to get the tree across the lava?
Why can't we just shove it? If it's 80 foot and it's only a 60-foot thing, you got 20 foot of tree on our side.
An 80-foot tall tree would be very, very, very heavy. Like several hundred pounds, right?
Right.
I'm sure.
But
if we take the whole party together and heave,
all right, so
Once you get like 20 feet over the side of the cliff, it's gonna try to plunge down into the lava.
well, what you would have to do. I got it.
Maybe it'll make some more mist.
I got it. So what you do is you slide the tree out near the edge, right? And then you tie a rope to the far edge of the tree, like to the top of the tree. Then Alessandra flies over, wraps the rope around a tree on the other side, and uses like a pulley to pull the tree up, and then let it fall over.
nope, got better than that.
Whoa.
How about we shove it 30 foot across? We let the lightest one of us go there with the immovable rod and put it under the tree so the tree can't fall, and then keep shoving the tree.
That's pretty funny. Until it gets stuck.
I'll buy it. Are we chopping trees?
That's
is
why
for
I'm
the good
asking
of all move.
Alessandra, is this the problem with me chopping down a tree? You had a problem with me killing a monkey. Can I chop down a tree?
I love John's lighting, by the way, because when he leans in and he smiles, he's like this demonic happiness. He's like,
I have no problem with you chopping down a tree.
Okay. Anybody against this? You want to try the rope thing instead? Y'all tell me.
Well, we could actually do both.
The tree
Yeah,
just
the
sounds
rope will
safer
make
than a
it.
rope.
It'll make it safer. Yeah.
Right. So then you'll have
Not to
something
mention.
to hold on to while you walk across the tree.
Who? Does anybody have an axe?
We don't need no stinking axes.
well, technically you might need like an axe. I don't know.
I think he intends on just using sacred flame on it so that it dies like so many other things in his life.
You got it.
I sacred flame the tree. Wait, if you burn that, never mind. I'm
It
not.
doesn't burn.
It's
That's
radiant
the whole
damage.
thing. It's radiant damage.
It's not fire damage.
You tell me what
You
you're gonna
already
do.
told me that I couldn't use it to light fire. So no, I'm going to use it to cut their tree.
You tell me what you're gonna do, and I will tell you the outcome of what of what.
Well, first off, is the party strong enough with our combined strengths, do we think, to lift this tree
No,
to do what we want to do?
I don't think
You're
anybody.
the strongest.
you
You're
thinks
the
that.
strongest at 13.
Well, 13 gives me almost 400 pounds of push. So I'm counted
Okay.
for 400. Malak's probably won't do diddly, so she don't count.
Yeah, Bastalnos, as we know, does not do manual labor.
But yeah, he does, only on himself.
Not last night.
Dang.
Damn, that's why she used Mage Hand. Anyway,
Well, so what are we gonna do? Chopping down trees? Someone's got an
that's
axe.
the question. Will Alessandra and Shashira and Riff have enough strength to move this tree?
Probably not.
Yes or no?
Count my 10 strength then.
I don't know how much strength.
Total? You've got all the party sheets. You'd have to add together our total.
Oh, for the love of
push
Christmas.
drag.
Just for RP reasons, Muxinari is not helping with the tree.
No, we already knew that. I already said without her. And Rask probably won't, because he's just Rask.
Here we go. Lifting and carrying. How much can we lift? All right, who here knows lifting and carrying? I don't care about this a little bit, but I'm a little curious. Here we go. It's a single page. Let's see what lifting and carrying looks like in Dungeons and Dragons 5e.
13 strength and lift, push or drag 390 pounds.
Carrying, push, drag, or lift. You can push, drag, or lift a weight in pounds up to twice your carrying capacity. 30 times your strength score. Whoa.
Yeah, I guess that's right. Because I could do 390 and I got a 13, so yeah.
So, let's see. So we've got Sashira, Rastalnos. Who wants to do manual labor? Raise your hand if you want to do manual labor.
I'm raising my hand, but you can't see me because I'm in Colorado with bad bandwidth.
All right. So,
Colorado with good bandwidth.
I'm jealous.
that's several hundred pounds. I mean, yeah, you guys can probably drag a tree if you want to drag a tree. Sure. Okay. You could drag a tree. You could drag an 80-foot tall tree. Easily done.
Okay. Stick it 30 foot over the chasm, counterbalance.
Wait. Can we? I don't want to get bogged down in details, but how are we chopping down the tree? I thought there wasn't an axe to be had in the party.
Sacred flame,
You get a sacred flame the tree.
the bottom of the tree.
The bottom of the tree.
Damage. Yeah,
Now-
chopping it down just like an axe.
Is that possible? Can you sacred flame someone's foot?
You could target. Right?
Let's see what sacred flame
I mean,
does.
the gods. Roy, the big question is.
Creature.
The gods. What happened?
Yeah, flame-like radiance descends. It's a column. Flame-like radiance descends on a creature that you can see within range. I don't see any possible way that spell could chop down a tree.
Yeah, but
I
Eldritch
hold
Blast
Rufina
can't.
sideways.
Eldritch Blast. Now we're talking. All right, I'll take some Eldritch Blast. Blaster cannon will take several shots. And the tree falls.
Can Rask help with vicious mockery?
The tree hates its parents.
It doesn't. You're a puny tree. It only took 6 blasts to knock you down.
Your nuts are weak.
Okay, so the tree is down. You guys push it across the chasm. You're gonna go out there with the rod, the immovable rod, and sort of bolster it in place.
Yeah.
All right,
We're
that's
not gonna,
run underneath
we're gonna bolster it so it doesn't fall into the chasm until we get it on the other side.
yeah, that's a really
So
good idea.
where It's far enough on the other side that it's not going to. If we remove the immovable rod, the tree itself won't fall into the chasm.
Yeah, no, that's easy. Yeah, you just need something. Like you said, if you try to push the tree out, obviously it's going to fall into the lava. So you need something to kind of like help to brace it to get to the other side. Yeah, we can do that. Sure, easily done.
And then we are going to use the.
Rope.
I'm gonna fly to the other side using my other fly,
Okay.
and
Why waste it? Why can't the monk just go across with the rope?
Why can't you let him do what he wants to do? Her. Why can't you let her do what she wants to do?
Because I don't want her to waste resources.
Well, that's her character. She gets to waste resources if she wants to waste resources.
That's true. She's
Well,
probably not going to check
No
with it.
argument with that.
I would rather be safe and fly across and secure the rope than
It is lava.
have somebody fall in lava. And
It is
die.
lava.
If they're tied to a rope, they're not.
I understand you're looking for corpses to convert into undead, but
How can
I
I
don't
have
want
my
the
undead
party
army?
to do that. Huh?
How can I have my undead army? You're not helping this.
It's true. I am not helping.
Okay, so who else is using rope? I've only got 50 foot of silk.
All right.
I have rope.
All right, so we have a tree across, and you're gonna make like a rope that you can hold on to while you're crossing the tree.
Yeah.
All right,
Correct.
sold. So with that brilliant ingenuity, I won't make you guys roll any sort of ability check to get across safely. You can all safely walk across the bridge with no problems. Let's see. Rufina, that falls into your wheelhouse. Take inspiration for finding a way to build a bridge to this pillar. Pinnacle.
all about building bridges between people, Roy.
That's you, man. That's basically what Rafina is all about, building bridges. Whenever I think Rafina, I think, you know what? Rafina's building bridges today. I just know it.
I think Undead Army.
Under her own command.
Fornicate with one little goat. Ah.
All right. So you guys are on the pillar. You see, let's see. Hang on.
Great. We're on a hard, tall piece of rock. Awesome. Well, I don't think we were supposed to see that, but okay.
That's all right. It's not too much to see here. Like, I'll hide it. How about that? Ha ha!
Come on. Okay. So we're on
See
a
what you've
rock.
done to us?
Let's see.
Chop up the map. Chop up the map.
Choppy, choppy, diggy, diggy hole.
Diggy diggy hole.
I like that song.
He died
Way
like
too
he
much.
lived. Diggy diggy hole.
Hey, cut it out.
Okay, Orvix, what temple is this?
All right. Hang on.
Apparently one of the Red Wizards probably haven't gotten to.
They're wizards.
Well, there weren't any. Yeah, true. There weren't any trees, but wizards are known to fly. Okay, as you guys come into the front of this thing, palm trees grow in front of this squat building. Worn steps ascend to an archway that forms the entrance. Reliefs of coiled serpents flank the entrance. Yeah. Orvix tells you, coiled serpents. This must be the shrine of Moa.
Quick, everybody read.
We're trying. I can't read so damn fast.
Oh, yeah, Moa. So Moa, I should post this. Moa is, what's that in story, right?
Cooley.
Where is this story?
Cooley.
Everybody should see the story.
Yeah. All right, so let's see.
So what words of wisdom are on these obelisks as we step through?
Or around.
Why did somebody break down the gate? This is the first one I've seen with a gate. They have broken trees in front of the obelisk.
Yeah, well, I mean, these are all sort of like, once upon a time, all these were well-maintained, walled areas, right? Walled sanctuaries.
Yeah, but the walls were stone. This actually has what looks like the remnants of a gate.
Could have been, yeah. Who knows? Maybe Moa likes wood. Maybe Moa likes the wood. I don't know. Let's see. So there's no obvious door to this place. From what you guys can see, this is just stairs leading up that go to an entrance into this area. There are, let's see, you've got, just the palm trees out here.
Where's the damn spiders?
Well, the spiders. I don't know. What makes you think they're spiders?
Because there's cobwebs. There's spiders.
Could be.
Hello?
Well, if they're cobwebs, then it might not be spiders. If they're spider webs, you guys might be in a little bit of trouble.
Nah. It's only spiders.
All right, who's going in first?
The guy who has no fear of spiders.
I'll go in. Oh, the guy? That means it's got to be the rash Orvix.
Sure.
Oh yeah,
sorry.
Orvix. Here, Orvix will take up his usual position outside and wait until you guys get safely in. And you can see, actually, up the stairs, there's actually a passage that kind of goes in there a
Go look
bit.
at the spider web on the stairs.
All right, hang on. Shira, Alessandra, Rastalos, Rafina. All right, you guys put yourselves wherever you need to be, I guess. Rafina's going in.
Thing to there.
Light up my mace.
Wah!
Wow, all of a sudden the whole map moves.
Pick a square. Everybody pick a square. All right.
I'm flying.
Right behind me. That way when we get lightning bolts, did you catch it?
Oh, I'm flying. I'm above.
You're still behind me. You still get caught.
Okay.
Not if I'm in the air.
Everyone, roll me a perception check, please.
Oh, my favorite.
is
Can I
nice.
just take
I'm gonna
my
use
pass?
inspiration, Roy.
Really? For a perception check. All right.
I want to see things. I'm tired of not seeing things.
I want to know. I want to know.
Wow. Blocks knows it all.
Yeah. Whoa, nice.
Hey, look! I actually got to see things. Maybe.
Uh-oh.
Rest, there's nothing here. So sure, you're right. There ain't nothing here.
Yep, they're nothing. In fact,
I
don't
see
even cobwebs.
nothing. All right. Let's see what this looks like.
What are you talking about?
Not
Willis?
even
There's no
corn.
cobwebs.
Wait, where's the
Oh,
temple?
man.
Where's the corn?
What
That
corn?
wasn't a lot. It was
For the
pasta
cobwebs.
sauce.
Oh, boring.
Oh, we
All
saw
right.
that roll.
Yeah, so, because I want to make this a little easier. Okay, so the way this is going to work is around these trees that you are, there are these very, very, very well camouflaged large snakes coiled around these trees where you guys are located.
Snakes? Why'd there have to be snakes?
Why is it always snakes? Moaxanare is not surprised. Rafina, you are barely not surprised. And Alessandra, you are not surprised.
Oh,
For
awesome.
Stalnos and Sashira, you guys are surprised. So the way this is going to work, let me put this guy on the page.
Hey, I'm not surprised. That means I can react.
How does this work?
Carefully,
Oh, wait, actually, that's wrong. Hold on.
with much trepidation. In circles.
Aha! Now I'm getting it. Boy, man, seriously, take a couple weeks off. I just completely forget how to work this stuff. All right.
So how many of there are there, and where are they?
Oh, hang on. So, what? Are you guys taking these guys off of my thing? What the heck? They keep disappearing from the map. Like I keep putting them. They keep.
We're just that good.
Apparently, man, you guys are like. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Whew. All right. All right. Moaxanare, you are not at all surprised when these 6 snake creatures uncoil themselves from these trees and leap to attack. Actually, I guess we have to do initiative. Let's do some initiative, friends.
Hey, if I'm surprised, do I get initiative or not?
Yep, everybody gets initiative.
Okay.
The surprise just determines whether or not you get to act in the first round.
Woo. Not my night.
Wow. At least the blaster cannon's online.
Okay, we are going to start at the top. Alessandra, you are flying and not surprised. You warily notice these giant snakes that are uncoiling from these trees and looking to attack the group. What would you like to do in this first round of combat?
I am going to fly 30 feet into the air. And then I will attack number 6.
Numero 6. All right, you got it. Blast her away.
No.
Oh, I missed on the first attack.
How do you miss?
I rolled a 3.
Oh, man,
Now
come
I rolled
on.
A 2. I missed the first round.
What?
Oh, you could have added those together and missed.
Is that even
Yep.
possible? Is it possible for the blaster cannon to miss like that?
Yes, we've
With a-
seen it happen.
A 2 and a 3, yeah.
Wow. All right, that is a rare event, friends. Rare event. Restalnos, I believe you are surprised, correct?
I am.
All right, Restalnos, you hang out in your own thoughts as you ponder the existence of things, or perhaps recollect fondly on the last time you and Moxanari hung out.
Hung out.
Let's see. Orvex takes his usual spot guarding the rear of Moaxanari. Rastal's like, hey, get off that rear. Misha is with Alessandra.
Yes.
Uh-oh. All right. This takes us to Jaculis. All right. These large snakes, the way they attack is they actually sort of launch themselves off of the trees and fly through the air like missiles, going to hit you guys. So we'll start at the top. Jaculi, where is Jaculi? Well, actually, whoops, he's supposed to be in a tree. Hey, man, let me share this tree with you. Okay, dude, no problem. Thanks. All right, cool. Jaculi 1. In fact, Alessandra, let's attack Alessandra. So this snake launches itself up into the air like a missile, trying to wrap itself around Alessandra, realizing that you pose no threat since you obviously have no offensive capabilities.
Right.
All right, tries to bite you. Misses with a 15.
So
Too much.
How high up are you?
30 feet.
Yes. So then it actually is going to fly across, miss you, and it will land on top of the building. We'll give it a little damage while it's there. How about that? All right. Jaculi 2. Jaculi 2 will launch itself at the closest character, which is Sashira. Sashira, Jaculi 2 launches a bite attack at you. Oh, that's a big hit, Sashira. All right, no worries.
It's okay. I don't feel it. I'm surprised.
Hey, where did the snake come from?
Oh, I was supposed to get advantage on that attack. Oh, crap.
Oh.
Oh, well, too late. All right, well, I hit you anyways. It doesn't matter. All right, the bite hits you, Sashira. Sashira. All right, the bite hits you, and the this launching attack actually spears you and sort of pushes you, and you take an additional. Whoops. You take an additional 7 points of piercing damage.
The only one that could have done really cool shit, since he has deflect missiles, is the only one really surprised.
Oh, that would have been really cool. Can you deflect the giant snake missile?
Take that snake.
I think you can. That would have been awesome. But I don't even get to react till they go again.
Yeah, I know.
So 10. So you should have taken 10 to Shira. All right. Let's see. Jaculi 3. I guess Jaculi 3 will launch itself at Moaxanare. We'll give Moaxanare cover, so -2 on that. But I will take my advantage this time and attack.
She's not surprised.
Yeah, no, the advantage is from the nature of the attack, not because of surprise.
Oh man.
I love your low bandwidth, Paul. You got the coolest sounds.
Yeah, he's like auto-tuning over there. Uh-oh. Moaxanare takes a big hit. It's bad
I'll
news.
use my Tomb of Levistus,
Okay.
so I'll encase myself in ice.
What?
So, how does that work? What the hell? What manner of...
Damage.
So all the damage is absorbed?
Yep.
What? Where is that? I don't even have that book.
That's in I think it's Xanathar's job.
And it should be under the spell, huh?
Nope, it's an invocation.
Tomb of something?
Tomb of Labiscus.
I wonder why this not. I should have Xanathar's loaded in here.
They don't have it as an ability then?
Yeah, I don't see it in the list anywhere. Oh, under Warlock. Maybe it's under. Maybe it's under. I wonder what it is in Fantasy Grounds.
I mean, they've got features.
Yeah, so that's got to be under characters, I guess, huh? Not under characters. Under.
What are you a pact of then? The chain, the blade, or the tome?
Doesn't matter. It's an invocation.
Invocation.
Gain 10 temporary hit points per Warlock level, which will take as much of the triggering damage as possible. After you take the damage, you gain vulnerability to fire damage, your speed is reduced to 0, and you are incapacitated. They all end when the ice melts at the end of your next turn.
It's under Eldritch Invocations under Warlock itself.
Love it.
Wild. Man, that's badass. Having played whatever the wizard class is called in World of Warcraft, Ice Block for many, many, many years, this is actually really, really cool. All right, you are encased in a block of ice, and you are saved from any sort of damage.
It's strange they don't have that listed under the Eldritch Invocations.
You'll find it, John. Just keep looking for it.
Jakuli 4 will launch itself at Rastalnos, the Pretty One. 5, 10.
Pretty horned one.
Oh, I'm sorry. Rastalnos, the Pretty Horned One. It will... Let's see. Attack Rastalnos.
How much damage did I take, by the way?
0. Oh, from your temporary thing? You would have taken... 2d6.
Oh, here it is. Tomb of Levistus.
5 and 8. You would have taken 13 damage. So you have a ton of temporary hit points left, actually.
It's
Okay.
there.
Rastalnos. Where is it located?
It's under Eldritch Invocation Xanathar under Warlock class.
Under the class. Sorry, so it's not in the spell list. Gotcha. All right, cool. And I'm taking my advantage roll against Rastalnos. All right, that is a hit. Rastalnos is going to take 5, and then another 2d6.
Yeah.
Hey. Oh, jeez. All right, so Rastalnos take a total of 7. Jeez, Jakuli 5. Let's see. What's the intelligence of these guys? 2. Okay. It will also launch itself at Moaxanare. I guess it doesn't matter if it hits or not. So it will crash into the ice block that is Moaxanare. Is it ice? Are you you're encased in ice? Yeah. All right. So it crashes in there to no effect, leaving only Jakuli 6, which will take a normal attack against Saphira since it does not have room to launch itself. Missing badly with a 1. All right. Saphira, you're surprised this round? Terrible news. Moaxanare.
Yes.
All right, the ice block fades. My turn's over.
Oh, Andy return. Okay, ice block is gone. Rafina, were you surprised?
No, I was not.
All right, Rafina, what would you like to do in this face of this onslaught of giant flying?
What I always do. I'm sacred flaming it. And
Tell you
it
all.
failed.
Oh no, what's that? Jakuli 4. All right.
Yep. Take 7.
Oh no. All right,
And
Jakuli.
that's the end of my turn.
Jakuli is wounded.
There.
Alessandra.
It didn't let me move.
Oh, I didn't. Because I did not approve of this move.
Remove Rask out the way, but okay. Now I am next to it.
Okay. Alessandra. Snakes are flying everywhere. Yeah, what's that? Yeah, why are you talking?
And
Where's the one that was on the roof?
I feel like Brenda. I see your lips moving, but I don't hear anything. Why does he keep disappearing? All right, he's on the roof.
Okay.
the
I will fly 30 feet higher into the air,
All right.
and then I'm actually gonna attack Jakuli 3. I don't even. Oh, okay. All right.
Rastalis, you're going to be up next.
Yep.
Just can't hit tonight.
Come on, Chris. You're supposed to be the guy making these combats short.
I'm working on it. Nope, not tonight.
Oh my god.
four
Pew,
misses in a
pew,
row. Dang.
pew, 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 pew. Do these guys have some kind of crazy AC? No, AC 14. What in the... All right. Okay, fair enough. Orvix continues to guard the rear. Misha hangs out. Ugh.
You skipped me.
Oh, my bad. Sorry. Rastelnos, I was just coming to you.
I am gonna cast Thunderclap at number.
Target Misha.
Where?
Oh god.
Where?
Put the combat tracker. The cross swords. All right, go back. Click it again.
Uh-oh.
Thunderclap, your pesky little dragon.
Control click on Misha.
Oh, I just messed that up.
Okay. Now you're free to cast.
Yeah, you sort of killed Rask. What the hell, dude?
He's okay.
Yeah, but his order is all messed up.
If you give me 3 seconds, I will get there. Wait until I stop taking actions and then tell me what I did wrong. All right. Hang on. Wait, I might need some help. Shit. I've broken everything.
Yep. Way to go.
Damn it. Damn it, Roy. Jakuli 3 you were targeting?
Yes.
No, 4.
4.
4. Sorry.
Damn it. Okay, try that. I may have fixed most of my stupidity. I don't know.
Okay.
Oh no. So what's Rasalna's doing?
Thunderclap.
Thunderclap. Ho. So that's going to
now-
be we'll just roll the damage.
Where it's got the damage in the blood drop. Read that.
Huh. Tinkle, tinkle, tinkle.
4,
It is-
3.
3.
Is it thunder something with Thunderclap?
Hey, that's 3 more points of damage than I've done.
Oh,
We're in trouble.
God.
Oh man. It's
And
gonna be a scaly
do you want to
attrition.
do Bardic Inspiration on someone?
Oh.
Like me?
Yeah.
All right.
So untarget the Jakuli 4, target me, and then click the bardic inspiration. I'm all the way at the top. It's high up in the list.
Why would he do that to you and not Moax? Love of his life.
Because
he does it to me all the time.
he's under other control this week. He's not feeling in his right mind this week.
Never in his right mind.
Yeah.
All right, that brings us to the Jakuli. Jakuli 1 is going to try to eat Sashira. Easily hits. Sashira, take more damage. Oh,
That's
jeez.
not Jakuli.
Jakuli 2 is also going to try to eat Sashira. No, can't do it. Jakuli 3 is going to continue to try to eat the ice block that was Moxinari. Or Moxinari that was the ice block. Simple bite. That is a hit.
Whoa.
Moxinari, take 2 damage.
Why does it say 4?
Oh, I'm sorry, +2. Sorry.
+2.
The dice rolled 2. It's 2 + 2. Yep. Jakuli 4 is going to try to eat Rastalnos. Man, I'm dishing it out tonight. I can't be stopped. 5 is going to finish eating Moxinari. I might just kill you guys with this, actually, this encounter. I feel like...
going to do his typical slap back because he just got hit.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes. All right. Don't think that's getting you out of this, Moax. Take 11 more. Oh, Sashira, you're getting beat up or eaten up over there. These snakes are in this sort of wrestling, tugging match with who's going to pull you apart first. Rastalnos, did you mention that you wanted to do your Hellish Rebuke?
Yes.
Okay. That's going to be in the character sheet. Find that Hellish Rebuke, and then go ahead and rebuke this Jakuli that dared to bite you.
Which one was it?
It was Jakuli 4.
Target. Ahoo.
Oh, she's got it, man. Excellent. If only Elliot were so good at his character. Oh no! It's bad news for Jakuli 4, I think.
No, you got it. So just drag the blood.
Just track the blood.
Well, it's a little blood drop.
Oh!
Yeah.
Whoa.
The nap.
So the snake, this giant snake, actually bites Rastalnos, and Rastalnos looks at it, and he gives the Hellish Rebuke, and this fire erupts.
Where are our sounds?
Where we just had the sound. I don't think Hellish Rebuke is a fire sound. That was it's like a fireball.
We didn't hear it.
We didn't hear it.
You
We
We
haven't
haven't
heard
heard a
it.
sound. We haven't heard a sound all night.
What?
We are.
First time we're doing combat, but no, we've got no sound.
What? I have sounds. Why don't you have sounds?
We don't hear it. I'll have
All
to
right.
listen.
Hold on a second.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, be quiet. Let's see. It's in the stream. It's in my ears. Why isn't it in you? Cause Zoom is feeding in my microphone. Aha. Rather than try this. Can you guys still hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right. Can you hear this?
Low, but yes.
Not bad. Not bad.
How about that?
Yeah.
That's enough.
What? Come on.
You're having too much fun there.
I ain't never had too much fun. All right.
We need to finish off, 3 temples in one night.
Got it. Okay. Sorry. Well, dang. I'm glad somebody mentioned that finally because I've been enjoying the sound effects all night. Oh well. Okay. So the it does this rebuke and this fire engulfs the snake, and the snake is just burned to a crisp. And in the fire, you see these dark eyes sort of looking at you for just a moment in the flames before they die down. And Rastalnos feels that familiar tingle, that shiver down his spine. Chakuli 4 is no more. Sorry. Sashira, it is your turn. Vengeance upon the snakes who dare bite you.
Oh. Okay. Well, here we go. The dance begins. Finally, because I was just kind of standing there waiting for it to happen like I was in junior high. But so it is now. The mushroom cloud of Mama's quiet rage is invoked.
All right.
Okay, here we go. Oh, I have to hit. This is going to be tough. Oh! Okay, here comes the dope stab with the sword. Yeah! Dope stab hit.
I'll keep splat,
Okay,
splat.
I got 2 more of these. And these are both going to be mushy punches. Oh. I'm not used to actually hurting things.
That's right. I'm not used to not hurting things.
Well, also, if anything attacks me next round, which I think it will, they'll be at disadvantage.
Disadvantage. All right. Let's see. So you're doing your the dodge thing. Okay. Down to the princess, Moxinare. 2 snakes are vying for the right to finish eating you.
I will cast Armor of Agathis. And that is my turn.
Cool. That's it? Armor of Agathis? Don't you have to kill anything?
Hopefully they'll kill themselves. But
Ah, I see. All right. That takes us to Rafina.
Well,
You've got that effect already programmed in there and such?
yes.
Wow, nice. All right. All right, Rafina.
so I can move up to my full move and then attack, or attack and then move, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I will do a Sacred Flame on this creature, and then I will move.
Oh, wait, hang on. I forgot to move this guy. He's actually there. So there's 3 snakes surrounding Sashira, actually.
Gotcha. Well, if there's 3 snakes surrounding her, there's no reason for me to move there because I can't get to her. Put me where I was, and I'll just Sacred Flame unsuccessfully and end my turn.
What? Really?
Really? You can't get to her.
All right. Somebody do something cool. Alessandra, kill something.
Here's your hoping.
Come on, Alessandra, do some damage. Come on, do damage.
Really?
Wait a minute.
Times?
Wait a minute.
Yes.
I
we
used
have,
my inspiration.
We have?
So does a 14 hit?
14 actually is what you need to hit. Yeah, the blaster cannon has finally made a hit.
All right, and that's my first attack.
All right.
Second attack is also a
Alright.
hit.
Finally, blaster cannons coming online. That's what we're used to seeing. The blaster cannon
Why'd you
firing
kill
up.
that one?
That was the one I was targeting.
Why? Never mind.
Maxinara, you might need to explain your battle strategy to your comrades.
Oh, I'm fine. No worries.
I think part of Maxinari's character idea is we'll talk about this in the strategy session. We're gonna get to the whiteboard and Oh, I gotta save that. Actually, hang on. I gotta save that. Maybe one of our that's one of our clips. I love it.
You should say that he 4 misses at the beginning of the combat.
No, that's not fun. Gerald losing his mind over Chris botching his entire battle strategy.
Anything, but man, he can kill the ones that I'm set up to kill.
Chris spends 2 rounds doing nothing. Gerald finally gets his character to where his character can start killing things reactively. Then Chris starts taking him out. Oh, it's beautiful. All right. Sorry. I'm laughing with.
You're
Definitely
welcome,
with. Restalos, the pretty horned one. What can you do to help out the situation even further?
I'm going to move over here.
All right. I will accept that move.
And then I'm going to...
Chris, why does her sound so much better than yours?
I'm just awesome.
Just saying.
You know, she's using the free headset that came with our Rosetta Stone subscription.
Interesting. Yeah, she's right on, man. Her audio is definitely more on point than yours is.
And then I'm going to cast Thunderclap at number 2.
2. All right. You know, you could get all 3 of them in a thunderclap.
Yeah, but then wouldn't she get...
Not if they're
Sure.
large size.
I mean, you know, break a few eggs, right? You wanna make a cake, something, eggs, cakes, something with eggs and cakes. I don't know. Okay, thunderclap, Chakuli 2. You got it. Tell him to target Chakuli 2.
Could she get 1 and 2 if she didn't go quite as close? Or angled it?
Maybe, but this is what she's doing.
this is
Condi's-
her first time doing this.
Oh yeah, okay. Go ahead and cast a spell now. I targeted Jakuli 2 for you. Go ahead and cast the spell.
Had I not?
No, not yet.
Sorry.
That's okay. Oh, Jakuli 2 is resistant to thunderclap, but you still get damage.
Now,
Wait, wait, why did it take half damage?
because it made the save.
But it did not take half damage. It took full damage.
Does it take extra damage from that type?
Maybe.
He's
Um,
just that good.
I'll just leave it. All right, Orvex, Misha, Jakuli 1, take more damage. Jakuli 1's really mad at this stupid cleric coming up behind it. If I can find the cleric, there we go. Jakuli 1 is going to change its attacks and attack the cleric. Oh man, even the armor can't protect. These Jakuli are on point. You guys should probably flee. They're going to eat you.
I can't play.
Wishes he was a flea.
Oops. Jakuli 2. It's going to eat Rastalnos. Pretty easily, I bet. No, cannot do it. Jakuli 5 is going to try. Let's see. Jakuli 5 is actually going to fly over and attack Alessandra.
Please do it.
I'm just kidding, Gerald. I'm just
Funny, please.
messing with you, Gerald. All right. Jakuli 5 is going to attack Moaxinare.
Gerald, I'm going to take
Hits.
that one out next round.
Moaxinare.
For you.
Moaxinare, you are hit for
Ow!
9 of damage, which is all absorbed. All right, wait. Here, a lot of shit going on here. Hang on. Oh, wow. All right, so all that sound. I should have been. I wish I wasn't talking over all the sounds. However, so apparently, not only was Moaxinare protected by her warlock magic, but it zapped the Jakuli 5 for 15 damage from the act of biting her. Yes. Well, that's kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie. The snake, if it had an intelligence above 2, would be very, very surprised at that. Meanwhile, Jakuli 6 is going to continue to finish its snacking on Sashira.
That's
Hits.
disadvantage.
Oh, all right. Let me roll one more. Misses. Yes. All right. So the dodge actually works out. You are missed due to the disadvantage. Good call. All right. In fact, that takes us to your turn, Sashira.
Okay. I am going to burn another key and keep up the mushroom dance. Not just the mushroom, but the mushroom cloud dance. And we're going to go with... Oh, shoot. I can't just automatically damage. Darn it. Here we go. Nope.
No. Uh-oh. That's bad news for the Jakuli.
Okay.
It's dead.
And... Oh, yeah. Oh, maybe not.
Oh, even minimum damage actually still finishes off Jakuli 6.
Woohoo! So, I'm going to turn around and... Well, you know what?
Get 'em.
Jakuli 2. Jakuli 2.
Get them all.
Get them all! Wow, I haven't missed yet.
Except
no, I
for
did miss one.
apparently
Okay.
Jakuli 5. Can't touch that one.
Can't touch it.
Oh, no. Oh, jeez.
Oh, no.
Two key back.
Well-
No, that would only be if we were later and if we actually had
Yeah, this
had
is the
several
first
combat
battle.
first.
I love the splat effects so
That's
much.
not- That is great. Oh, I hate that miss effect.
Damn it.
Okay, done. The silence is bad.
No, silence
I'm
is
done,
bad.
But I'm still protected from getting attacked.
All right. Moaxinare, is there any offensive side to this this strategy?
I will sacred flame number 5.
Sacred Flame, isn't that the thing that the priest does?
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? I'll just go ahead and take a couple of steps back and see if it wants to pick an opportunity attack.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I'll see if it wants
That's
to
awesome.
opportunity attack.
That's awesome.
evil. That's so evil.
You know, that is actually smart. Jeez. All right.
The 2 intelligence, it dies.
I say persuasion check.
Maybe I'll give it maybe I'll give it an intelligence check. I'll give it a DC 12 intelligence check. How about that?
It's a stupid animal.
Yeah, so it's going to do this at a -4.
Ow.
All right, here we go. All right, it actually made it. So it is.
Okay, what I'll do is I'll keep using my movement, and I'll do the same thing to Jakuli number 2. I'll give Jakuli number 2 a opportunity attack.
Wait, is that 10? I guess you can do that, and you'd end up back like here or something.
Yep.
This is actually really smart. All right, I'm gonna give Jakuli number 2 the same intelligence check, I guess. No, I'm gonna get it at disadvantage. So it'll make the same check at disadvantage because it has not been. It may not have noticed its friend doing that. So I'm gonna give it a disadvantage, DC 12, intelligence check at -4.
These are brilliant snakes. Tactical geniuses. Like Hannibal.
Maybe.
It's as if Hannibal and Julius Caesar got together and made snakes.
Well, I'm not.
They didn't?
-4 and disadvantage. I mean, I feel like.
No, they reasoned it out. They puzzled it out. They did.
Oh, I don't know. All right, I'm not sure if I should have given the second snake a check or not. I don't know.
Scale model of perfection there.
Yeah, man. Well, sometimes. Well, this battle should have been over because you guys missed a lot and I've hit a lot, but it's part of the wear and tear.
Why did it roll twice?
Maybe it's at disadvantage.
Okay.
I don't care. Who you killing?
Screw it. I'm killing the snake.
I can't take any damage anyway. Anything kills it. Yep. All right, Jakuli 2 is dead. Dead. Blaster cannon, what you got?
Well, I'm certainly not attacking number 5.
Now?
Hey, now she hits.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
Second attack.
Oh no. Rastalnos, can you finish this fight for us?
Maybe.
Dissonant Whispers is fun.
Yeah, you're gonna want to use that probably.
What?
All right, Orvex
other
is
weapons,
gonna take up position behind Moxanara to make sure no one's sneaking up behind her.
But don't touch her or her enemies.
Okay, I have targeted one this time. And I'm doing Dissonant Whisper.
Oh, big failure. All right.
Nice. Yeah,
Oh, that was sad.
alive. It's still disadvantaged at the next round.
Yeah, but I think does it immediately move or on its? It takes a reaction, right, or something.
It must immediately use its reaction if available to move as far
Oh.
away as speed allows.
All right.
Oh, it's screwed.
Yeah, it runs away, and you guys pulverize it. All right, it's dead. That takes us down to, let's see, Chikuli 5. It is not going to attack Moxanari. It knows better. It will coil itself and launch at Rastalnos, who is nearby. So let's see if it just hits... Well, it will be an advantage. Fine, whatever. All right, Rastalnos. Ooh, critically hits, if such a thing were possible.
My is it at advantage?
Because it's doing that coiling, launching itself like a spear thing. And every time it does that, it actually gets advantage on the attack.
Nice.
And I will do my reaction.
Oh. Do
Re-
you want to spin that though?
The reaction. Oh, the hellish rebuke. I don't think you can do that very often. Can you do that again?
Once per long rest.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah. Okay. So it attacks you. You take a bunch of damage, and you guys kill it. Okay. Snake is dead. Fine.
Okay, let's use some hit dice and heal.
Okay.
So we're gonna do a short rest. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yep.
All right. Short
Well,
rest
or
it
do you wanna
is.
search the temple first?
Actually, yeah. We'll just do short rest. Okay. So short rest.
Actually, if we're going to do a short rest, don't do that. I'll just use the channel divinity. Because I can bring back at least half of Sashira's.
But I would prefer to do a short rest.
Yeah, so would I.
Well, doesn't he get
I
channeled
would
back
like
on a
to
short
have
rest?
enough hit points.
Well, I've wasted a lot of resource in that fight, so I'd like to take the short rest, get it back.
Yeah. Well, does it? I thought clerks got the channel back on a short rest.
Channel, they do.
Yeah.
So I can blow it right now and give.
That's what I think. That's what he's
So
saying.
why
He'll.
don't you just blow it right now, and then we'll take a short rest
That's.
as well.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's
That
fine.
sounds great.
Blow it.
All right. So do the healy thingy.
Now you want me to do freaking math. You
Yep.
something.
Yep.
Oh,
I can give
man,
30
man.
hit points up to half of your hit points. So, Sashira, you can get down to 25 damage, which uses what?
14.
14?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then I've got 16 more points of healing I can give. So, Ras, you can take up to half, so 20.
11 more. Still got some. That's only 25.
I think that's all I can do. Nobody else is damaged below half.
You could heal the palm tree we killed.
How palm tree could use some healing.
Yeah, because doesn't that, that brings Ras to half. So, yeah, I'm stuck.
All right. Everyone is short rested. If anyone wants to use healing dice, you can. And if anyone's going to use healing dice, make sure Rastalnos does his Song of Rest.
I would
That
love
a
the
freeze?
Song of Rest.
Is the Song of Rest a freebie?
I'm
Yeah.
sure it is.
It's an ability. It should be
Yeah, but I think he gets to do it kind of like...
the Song of Rest. It's not a spell.
Wow. You get your con whenever you roll your hit dice.
Yeah, it's just a free thing. Get an extra extra D6.
Apparently, there's nothing. There's nothing. There's no power for it that he has set up.
No cost. No, he just tells us. Yeah.
Okay. So,
Anyone
can
who regains
also-
hit points gets an extra
So-
D6 of hit points.
So go up to your main, and you see those hit dice at the bottom.
So you can roll another die 6 ball.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Okay.
Not a die 6 per hit die, just one die 6 total. Bonus.
I think I
Is
missed
that
the
a die
wrong.
6 or die 8?
And then roll a d6. Just grab a 6 from there and pull it over. And so you get another 1 hit point. So change it under wounds. You can click in there and then type the total that it should be, which is 1 less than the number, whatever it is. And then you can drag another. Yeah.
That was a cool noise, Roy.
Yeah, it was. Nice.
And then roll another d6.
Oh, you get a D6 for each hit dice you use?
No, just one
Oh.
D6.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
So you don't
I
get
think
that.
that's.
That would be pretty
Okay.
outrageous.
Paul, that's all the hit dice you want to use?
I don't have that many.
Yeah, we each got 3 on the rest.
Huh?
Huh?
We got 3 back for our long rest.
Yeah. One more.
Yeah, that's all I got because I remember I burned them.
Gotcha.
I will use another one. We'll use another one. I'm not exactly healthy right now. If you had any other like spells that you were gonna get back, that would have been the time. But
Okay.
I got all
What you
sorts of
did was-
spells back. I just haven't used them yet.
oh, that's fair.
This
I'll
is
use
the
my
first
hit dice.
time
No
we've
big-
done a long rest, so I'm trying to see what happens if I can serve.
Oh, I got it.
But I thought the whole point was to not conserve.
I thought you told me the point was to conserve until we got to 6 encounters.
I did not tell you to conserve all your spells until you get to 6 encounters. I'm sure I didn't say that.
Are you sure?
I'm sure I
Sounds like
didn't
something.
say
Alright,
those
now I'm
words.
going- Okay, I have 1 hit dice left, and I'm feeling pretty good.
All right. So, Rafina resumes her journey up to the front. What she sees startles her.
More than flying snakes? I don't think so.
Why did it have to be snakes?
Always snakes. The walls of this rubble-strewn corridor are carved with serpents, and arrow slits are spaced along them every 5 feet. Cobwebs fill the arrow slits and hang like drapes from the corridor ceiling. Above the entrance, a stone plaque bears a cuneiform message. Orvex can decipher this for you, and it says, Moa teaches us that secrets hide the truth.
Jump from here to there.
I jump from here to there. Oh, tokens are unlocked. All right, here to here or here? Here?
To there.
Here.
Right
Pull
at
them
the
to your
end.
head.
Hey, Roy, what do I see down the hall?
You see that?
Okay.
I'm jumping to past the arrow slits, right to the edge of my vision here.
Oh, you are? All right, well then.
Yep.
We don't need... What? Wait, how do I... No, wait, no, yep, no, wait, no.
Yep. Nope. Yep.
No, yep, no. Remember those Muppets? No.
Yep.
That's actually exactly it. Yeah. All right.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
In the middle of this room, a stone cube rests on a plain stone pedestal. Statues of 12 tribal warriors jut from the surrounding walls, aiming bows at the pedestal. The floor in front of the pedestal bears a mosaic depicting a monstrous serpent constricting a furious monkey. Moss obscures much of the details of this.
In front of it, is that this piece here, the stone slab?
Yes.
So can I jump up to the stone slab?
Yeah, so it's like just a sort of slightly raised area. And like I said, this is like a mosaic. So you're standing on this mosaic now. You can actually, probably as you sort of disturb the moss and stuff as you walk up there, you can see part of what are some writings along the base of this mosaic. There is some more of that cuneiform. You can catch like just a few characters of what looks to be another message that's carved on the floor here.
See if I can clean that message.
Yeah, you can clean it up. Orvex comes up to here. Well, he comes up to about here, and he's like, I'm not certain it's safe to go in there.
But
As
can
he
you
looks
read
around
the
at the
message
statues,
where you're
all
at?
aiming their bows towards the pedestal. Are you certain it's safe? Are you certain this is safe to go in here?
Well, I've walked in here or jumped in here, so
Yes. Well, I'm fine with you walking in there. However,
can you read the message from where you're at? Yes. or no? You're 5 foot away from me. Can you read the message?
he cannot read it from where he is.
Okay, I go up to the pedestal
Okay.
and I cast Comprehend Languages.
Oh, all right. This says. So he cleared it all out. Okay, so this says it's wrapped around the pedestal, and it says in that cuneiform language, "Death rewards a thief deceived. Truth comes from the serpent's mouth."
I examine the serpent's mouth.
I like it.
Roy?
Examine the serpent's mouth. All right, roll me a perception check.
Perception or investigation?
Well, you're examining. So you're trying to find
trying to
something out of the
investigate.
ordinary. I think that's perception.
I think I'm investigating, Roy.
I don't understand.
I'm investigating the serpent's mouth.
I know you said that, and then I said I don't understand, and then you said it again, and I still don't understand.
I'll roll perception.
I'm going to use investigation.
I wanted to use the investigation skill, that skill that I have that you never let me use.
Oh, yeah. Well, in this case,
To figure out puzzles.
yeah, sure. Well, I'm probably not going to let you make a skill roll to figure out a puzzle. I may give you a clue on a good skill roll.
That's what it's for.
Yeah. So, the serpent. So this this mosaic that you guys are standing on, it doesn't seem like the. It doesn't seem like the. Sorry, Gerald. I keep trying to move Gerald's token up closer, and he keeps insisting on staying far away. Orvex goes back to guard Moaxidari. You don't notice anything about this mosaic or the serpent's mouth on the mosaic that stands out to you at all.
Okay, I just want to read this off to you. When you look around for clues and make deductions based on those clues,
All right.
you make an investigation check.
Okay. All right. Let's see.
Specifically what this is for.
All right. Investigation might tell you that all of these statues in here are pointing at the pedestal that has an intricately carved stone cube resting upon it. And investigation tells you that, well, I guess that's the hint. They're all facing the intricately carved pedestal.
Does it look like there's a snake on the pedestal?
It does not look like there's a snake on the pedestal.
Are the statues movable? Can we change
Let's.
their facing?
Why don't you just mage hand it?
Can I use Mage Hand to try and change the facing of the?
No, just grab the cube.
I think I don't want to be right there when he does that.
Yeah,
Well, obviously that's why you're using Mage Hand.
Roy, I'm gonna look in one of the murder slits that we passed here.
Okay. Yeah, these murder slates, they're unused. They are just clogged, like completely clogged and overrun with cobwebs and such. So they obviously haven't been used in a very, very long time.
Okay.
in a dog's age.
Roy, I'll start ritual casting Invisible Servant.
Okay.
Or Servant.
All right.
Anyway, are the statues? Can we turn them?
Or destroy the bows.
All right. So you go to the nearest statue and try to turn it.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. I guess technically by the rules, everyone has to roll initiative. Except for Waxanara, you don't have to roll initiative since you're ritual casting. Alessandra, as you go and try to turn this statue, you see all the statues actually pivot towards you. And they point their bow, and arrows magically appear in the bows. This would be a good time to roll well on initiative.
This is what a monk is for, that can deflect
I can't deflect that many. That's a lot of arrows.
Whoa. Okay. Alessandra, you rolled a 20 on initiative?
Yep.
Stalnos is a 21. Okay, so everyone except for Alessandra and Rafina are going to be surprised for this round.
And Rask, huh? Because they rolled a 21, right?
Yeah, but he's surprised. He doesn't know what's going on in here. He's out in the hallway looking through cobwebs. Wow. What do you do for ties on initiative, Gerald?
Highest deck. Usually you just check dexterity. Or you can do your whole intelligence thing.
Well, that might work. All right, Alessandra, what's your dexterity?
15.
That's a plus what?
+2.
Crud. All right. All right. So what? We're gonna do a D20 roll then, since we're tied. I'm gonna give you advantage on the roll. So you get a D20 with advantage. I'm gonna roll a single D20. If I win, I go first. If you win, All right, you got it. All right, these statues all sort of pivot towards you, and magical arrows appear in their bows. It's your initiative.
Okay. Can I run here and grab the cube?
Yes.
And then can I cast a spell in the same round?
Yeah.
Interacting with
Why don't you just leave? Don't you have the movement? You're still flying, right?
Yeah, I don't think you can.
I'm not currently flying, first of all.
Well, picking up an object, that's like a free action in 5e, right?
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
It's called interacting with an object. It's an action.
Oh, it is. Yes. Good call. Yeah.
Okay.
So that would be an action. So you cannot cast a spell.
All right, I grab the cube.
All right, you have the cube.
Now why don't you leave?
Huh?
Why don't you leave?
Because I've already performed a move action to get there and then interact with the object.
It doesn't work that way. Your move can take any time during your round. You can move, grab an object, and continue going. This is 5e.
Well, which square are you in, John?
We'll put John in the room. He wouldn't leave you alone.
Put me there.
All right, so I did 15 or
5, 10 feet you moved.
10
so far.
feet, so I can get to here. Is that right, Roy?
20, 30. Yeah, actually, that's right.
Okay. Then that's where I'll be.
All right. Let me see. Well. Okay. Rafina, I have bad news.
Yeah, I know. Go for it.
All right, Rafina. What's your AC? You have a good AC, right?
19.
19. Okay.
And I'm not blindsided, so this is a good thing.
Yes. All right. A dozen of these guys wish they could shoot at Alessandra, but they cannot. So instead, they take their wrath out upon you. Your AC is what?
19.
All right, 19. All right.
Might as well target me.
Miss.
Oop, got me.
So 3, so 12. Well, actually, so statistically, what's my chances to hit you? 12 chances. I have a plus. Oh, actually, I'm supposed to see plus 6. You have a 19, so 13. I'm going to hit you 7 out of 20 times. So I'll hit you roughly, let's say 4 out of 12 times. Let's just say 4 of them hit you. And, D plus 1.
I don't think you can take me down with four rounds.
You don't know. There could be of slaying.
All right, 4 arrows hit you.
Awesome.
Plus 8. So you take 27 damage total as these arrows fly all through the room. 4 of them find hard purchase through your armor. Oh, wait. Actually, that's -1. So 26. Sorry. That random plus. Don't ignore the +1. So it's going to be 18. 18 plus 8. 26. 26 damage from arrows. Pin cushioning you.
Okay. We done?
It is your turn.
Thanks, bitch.
John,
Then
gotta
jump
take
out
him
to
out.
them.
What are you doing? You gotta take him out, John. You
Go
gotta
get
take
him.
out.
You're going to let them
Well,
shoot
not
you,
taking
John?
them out. We got a fucking cube. We're leaving. We're done.
All right, so Rastalos is sitting here peering through this cobweb-choked arrow slit, and Alessandra comes flying by, and then
running.
Oh, running. I'm sorry. So it's I'm sorry, Rafina. You see Alessandra come running down the hall. Ah! She's like Indiana or Han Solo running around the hallway. Ah! Carrying the cube, and then Rafina actually jumps past him, whoosh, and then
flying
lands.
cushion passes him.
Rastalos, what would you like to do?
I will move out of the hall.
All right, you guys all move out of the hall. You are safely out of bowfire range. Alessandra, you have a key to the dungeon of Acera, or the Tomb of Annihilation.
ToA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Until you get to the steps. And then
Nope.
this cube you're carrying disappears in a puff of green smoke. Poof.
That's not right.
Nice going.
You grabbed the wrong cube.
Didn't you investigate that before you did that, Chris?
You know, I tried to investigate it.
It seemed like a trap. Is your take on it?
So, wise fey creature, can you Eldritch Blast the if you're at the end here? Can you Eldritch Blast at least the two up there?
I mean, I can try.
Isn't there a puzzle to figure out?
Yeah, why don't we just go figure out the puzzle? I
Because
thought
I'm
maybe
full
by.
of arrows at the moment.
Oh, why don't you just get out here, you big.
Rufino's like, stupid. Damn it.
I kind of look back into the room. Do all the things turn towards me again?
Oh yeah, as soon as you like poke around a corner, the anyone that are in a line of sight actually launches an arrow at you. You can dodge back real quick, and another one of these arrows bounces off the wall near you.
Maybe we should put it back.
But what back?
It already went back. It disappeared in a puff of smoke.
Oh, okay.
Well, you shouldn't have pissed it off.
Well,
you know.
can then Alessandra shoot an Eldritch Blast back at it?
Alessandra could step out and exchange fire with the archers if she wants to,
I do not.
but it would be exchanging fire.
So there's no confusion. Why not?
Yeah.
Can I see this
I have-
right here?
I have a question.
Yeah.
Are these arrows that stuck into Rufina? Can I reuse them, or did they disappear? Because I really am out of arrows.
Yeah, sure. You can help Rufina take 4 arrows. You can pull 4 bloodied arrows out of Rufina.
So much.
From where I'm at, can I see this one, Roy?
Okay, so here's the thing. You can see it, then it can see you. And
That's fine. I've got cover, and I'm happy with that.
oh, you mean the one with 5 there? No, the only ones you could see would be
Pointing at it.
yeah, the only one you could see would be the one like across from you. So like you could see this guy.
So let's see, 10, 20. So I would have to be here to see it, right? And it would be the only one that could shoot at me, correct?
No, like if you step into the corridor, like so. I'm kind of giving you the benefit of the doubt because every time you peek out at this guy, an arrow appears and it shoots at you, like it's looking at you. So if you were to move into the corridor, you would be moving through its through its range of firing. I'm just saying if any line of sight, anyone that you have line of sight on is going to shoot at you. They're animated now.
Fine.
And they have basically endless, or it seems to be endless, arrows that just magically appear in their bows. And every time they see someone now, they shoot at you.
That's fine. I'm going to stand on right where I am, and I'm going to return fire with Sacred Flame until I destroy it.
Okay.
It'll give me full cover, which I can use, and I can cast Sacred Flame and ignore all cover to it and see if I can take it out.
Okay. Let's see. What's your 14? All right. Let me make a hit roll at you.
Well, I think wasn't John's argument he has full cover or something?
Yes.
Oh, full cover. So that gives them a -5,
No
right?
line of sight.
Uh-huh.
They have no line of sight, I guess. No, 3/4 cover is -5.
3/4.
Full cover is no line of sight.
Well, with full
I think
cover,
he has 3. He can't shoot. Okay.
yeah. I mean, you
All I
can't.
can do is keep my eye around. Because I ignore all cover with Sacred Flame.
Yeah, I don't think you can attack something without it being able to see you. Like if right. I guess I can look up some rules on this or something. Whatever.
I'll even take the 5. That gives me a 24 armor
Yeah.
class.
So
Like a 19 or 20 to hit me.
that's only a +1.
Okay.
All right. All right. So the arrow dings off the wall. Pew, misses you.
Collect it. I collect it.
Yeah, you still
I'm collecting all our.
Oh, Paul's collecting. So Shira's running out
All
collecting these arrows.
So here's
And,
my Sacred Flame.
Okay, we'll do that. Then that works.
And you take 2 to 8 radiance each time.
Wasn't there something about
Bludgeoning, piercing, psychic. Yeah. Okay, so this will be pretty easy. Okay, so you can Yeah, you could take two of these guys out, basically from range.
So we figured out what death rewards a thief deceived means. We just need to figure out truth comes from the serpent's mouth.
All right. Let's see. So what's the chance that these guys can hit you? All right, so I'll say, let's see, this statue will have a 1 in 10 chance of damaging you before it dies. All right, so you blow up one statue. It's dead.
Okay, go to the opposite side and take out the other one.
All right, this one will have a 1 in 10 chance of damaging you before you die. It dies. No.
There's
All
2
right,
down.
2 down.
Okay. Where can I go to play the same game?
Yes, it is.
Doesn't Eldritch Blast have an even higher range than that? I only have 6.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with this, because this is stupid. I feel like we're just trying to manipulate mechanics,
Yeah.
which is just dumb.
Metagame. It's not even metagame. It's something.
Yeah, it's just trying to manipulate mechanics, so I don't like it.
They can't move, I can.
I know they can't move and you can, but
I have unlimited Sacred Flames. I've got unlimited time, effectively.
Yeah, but we don't. Let's see. What is
So
death
what was
rewards
through
if
the
you?
murder holes?
what's that?
What was through the murder holes?
They're just all clogged with cobwebs, actually. You can't see through them at all.
Find that and clear it out.
Sacred Flame does not actually have any fire.
I've got oil.
No, you're Sacred Flaming. You take a break. You're like, John's pew-pewing at the statues. Anybody else have anything they want to do while John's trying to pew-pew statues?
I don't know if searching around is going to do anything good. I don't know.
What are the secrets in here?
Well, we were trying to figure out the puzzle, but that failed.
No, we didn't
Now
really
we
try
got
to
to fight.
hard.
We can't. Well, we can't get even into the room until we fight, right?
Yeah, it's a fight now. It's a straight out fight.
It's not a fight. This is not a fight.
Yeah, it is
So-
a fight because you can't go in the room without getting shot. So it's a fight. We can't stop him shooting.
What is it? The truth
Hey,
comes from the
Roy?
serpent's mouth.
Yep.
First of all, were these poisonous spiders or snakes that were outside?
They were not poisonous.
Okay, but they did have teeth.
Oh, big teeth.
Can I take one of their teeth?
Yeah, sure.
And if I try to go into the room with a tooth and then kind of dodge back if they all face at me.
How big are these snakes?
Yeah, they are. The tooth doesn't help you, and you're gonna take 4 arrow shots from these guys trying to shoot you. Let's see. What's your AC?
With my mage armor, hold on.
What the hell was that? What? Teach us the secret.
It's 16. Is my armor class.
16. All right. Miss. 1 hit. Oh, and a miss. All right, so you take only.
Well, I'll use a shield.
Okay, use it. That makes it miss. Sold. All right. The tooth does not help.
How big are these snakes?
The snakes are actually large-sized.
So we can use them for full cover.
No, you cannot use a. You cannot use a snake for. They're too heavy.
Go to hold up your damn snake and Just sacred blast from behind you, buddy.
So I guess there's no symbols of snakes anywhere around the outside of this building.
No.
Can anything shoot us from the murder holes?
What's that?
Can anything shoot us if we go to here on the holes?
No, can't shoot from the murder holes. You can't see through the murder holes just because they're clogged with cobwebs.
Right. So unclog one of the murder holes.
Okay, fair enough. Which one?
The one to my right.
All right, so it takes a little bit. It's like ages, decades of spiders have made their homes here. You can actually clear it out and kind of push all the gooey webs all around you, and you actually can kind of peer into a room inside there.
Okay. So what do I see?
Hang on.
Or I should say, does something shoot at me?
Nothing shoots at you.
There's something in there.
There's a large statue of a coiled serpent that dominates this web-filled room. Clutched in the statue's jaws is a stone cube.
Fuck.
I can send the unseen servant in there to get it.
But I don't think it's going to matter. We tried that game before.
What if we clear out the other side?
Okay. Yeah, let's go to the other side and see if there's the same statue.
Okay. On the other side is...
Wait, am I wrong that this is the first time we've seen a snake statue in this temple?
Yes, this is the correct
Correct.
first statue.
First snake statue, yeah.
Okay.
To the left, there's a statue of a coiled serpent that dominates this web-filled room. The statue is missing its head, which lies broken on the floor next to a stone cube.
Truth comes from the serpent's mouth. It has to. Why wouldn't it be the one on the right?
Well, presumably the one on the left looked exactly the same at some point before its head fell off.
Why did the head fall off?
Can we?
I don't know.
These are slits, Roy, or are these like arrow, like man murder hole slits?
I don't understand the
Can you
difference.
see them, or are they just slits?
No, you couldn't fit. A person couldn't fit through them. No, a very tiny person could, but not a human. No, these are they're arrow slits, right?
Greg, your turn.
Why don't I send in the unseen servant to just pick up one of the cubes? What's lost by just trying?
Go ahead.
All right, we'll do that. We'll send the unseen servant to pick up a cube and pull it out.
Which one?
That's the question, right? Let's try the left one.
The one that's lying on the ground?
Yep.
All right. The unseen servant goes into the room, and the cube, from where you can see, Rafina, you see this cube basically just lift up in the air and come floating out of the murder hole. It comes out and disappears in a puff of smoke.
Well,
Did it appear back by the statue?
It does not.
Interesting. Go get the other one.
The unseen servant... What?
yeah, do that.
All right, the unseen servant goes in. To your right, the cube goes up, and it comes out, and this cube all right, it brings the cube out, and this cube comes down, and it places the cube into the hands of Moaxinari, waiting here in the courtyard.
Okay, does this cube look like the other key cubes, or is it different?
It does. This looks like an intricately carved cube with the symbol of Moa, the serpent god.
Was it in the serpent's mouth?
It was in the serpent's mouth.
What was the...
Death rewards a thief deceived. Truth comes from the serpent's mouth.
I guess you just got the cube. Congrats.
Well, no, you got the key because I give it to you.
Oh,
Okay.
all right, Rafina, you have the cube.
Okay.
Rafina, you have the cube of Moa.
Okay, that was one of the weirdest freaking one jet. Okay. Put it in my inventory somewhere. Or in the party sheet or whatever.
Ah, yes.
And this looks like the other cube. Same, it's not like a fake cube or nothing.
Looks legit. Looks as legit as any of them. Any of these keys the trickster gods have crafted.
Okay. Well, we'll roll with it.
Hey, Roy, that was encounter 2, right?
I guess so.
Damage.
Yeah, Jakuli's and this guy.
There was initiative.
Yeah, did anybody cast a spell or use any kind of resources?
I cast a spell.
I cast Invisible Servant.
Okay, fine. That was encounter 2.
Okay. I guess we're done this temple. Let's go back over the bridge and destroy it.
3 temples. 3.
You were correct.
Just say, I was wrong all the other weeks, but this week, I am correct.
Well, you didn't say anything this week. Actually, I said it.
Shut up, man.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Well, get our rope and get our wonderful immovable rod and then shove the tree in the lava.
But
What if we have to come back?
how will others get
Because we
there?
got the wrong cube.
We don't want anybody else to get there. Let them figure it out.
That poor tree.
All right. So you guys head back across. You take your rope. You take your immovable rod. You kick the tree into the lava. The poor tree. It has served its purpose. It hits the lava and lands heavily and sinks and immediately bursts into flames. And in the flames, you see the angry eyebrows of a tree that says, "Why did you chop me down? I was so happy. Do you know how old I am?
Especially when we had spells to just cross.
You could have just flown across and done a rope."
That's great. Where's the next one?
Well, we're done for the night.
We are almost done for the night. You guys head up to the causeway. And as you're pondering where the next one might be, to your right, up the causeway, emerges a group of humans. They are led by a couple of particularly angry-looking humans. They are all clothed in red robes.
All right. Big fight next week.
I like how Rafina. With Frina, it's a Boolean. What is the thing? How do I kill it? That is like the whole thought process for Rafina.
No. Then there's how do I raise it as an army
To follow me in the dead.
into more battles.
Yeah.
Get more dead.
So
Raise more army.
yeah. So the leader of this group sort of steps up upon the causeway, and the guy in the front, he has dark hair, long dark hair, in fact, and a short beard. He has very piercing, bright blue eyes, and he looks at you and he says, "So, I imagined we would meet you at some point. I suppose
We
now."
thought the same.
I suppose now we have to figure out how you're going to give us the cubes.
Yes, we need your 2 cubes.
I guess we'll find out next week. So, next week, I guess we'll see what the how the big showdown goes. I imagine Rafina's going to be launching whatever fireballs Rafina has to send out. So the party, you guys have in hand 5, right? Or 6?
6.
6 cubes in hand. There is a group of wizards here who you know have at least one, perhaps a couple of these, and
We have at least one.
apparently they want to parlay and figure out how you guys can work together to save the world. That's the only thing I can take from this.
Yes, we can always strike up a friendship.
Sashira, Paul, glad to have you tuning in from Colorado. I know that's kind of tricky. We don't have the video, but glad to glad to at least have you here. Have your wonderful voice. Rastalnos, you are sounding better than ever, as a matter of fact. I've never heard a better audio from Rastalnos.
Come back next, please.
So Rastalnos is actually on a beach somewhere in Florida, so we miss him or something like that, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Great. Cool. Well, hey, thanks for joining us this week. Next week, same bat time, same bat channel. Thursday night, 8 p.m. Come hang out with the most ordinary D&D group on the Prime Material Plane. Don't forget, please, we are begging for followers here on Twitch. You can also follow us on Twitter. We are at NLG Fantasy on Twitter. If you want to chat with us, we're on Discord all day, every day. Probably too much all day, every day. But all those panels down there on the stream have ways to get in touch with us. It's all fantastic. And definitely check out the website and find about these character bios and short stories that the players here have written. It's really, really good stuff. It genuinely is. So, cool. Hope to see you all next week. And until then, nerd
Out.
Nerd out.
out. It's supposed to be a unison, like a out. No.
Out.
God, no, you guys.
That's why we're so ordinary.
See you.